So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good golly, Miss Molly. I am going to play an opening montage as is traditional on this show. I just wanted to warn you, this one's 6.5 minutes long and it will probably get copyright taken down 3 times within it. So, get ready to hit F and don't go away. We'll see you on the other side of this. These are a few of my favourite things.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
That is why I'm your king.
Listen, strange women lying in ponds distributing swords is no basis for a system of government. Supreme executive power derives from a mandate from the masses, not from some farcical aquatic ceremony.
Be quiet.
I'll keep you narrow. You got that magic that can chill me to the marrow. But I got something here for you. It's big enough for two.
What are you waiting for?
Just touch these two strands together, and the Daleks are finished. Have I that right?
To destroy the Daleks, you can't doubt it.
But I do.
Happy trails, Hans.
Mr.
Bond. James Bond.
It's the quickening.
And always shall be your friend. Live long and prosper.
It's a living thing. It's a terrible thing to lose. It's a given thing. What a terrible thing to lose.
This little girl survived longer than that with no weapons and no training. Right?
Why don't you put her in charge?
You better just start.
You gotta ask yourself a question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
I think you ought to know I'm feeling very depressed.
Oh, God.
Well, here's something to occupy you and take your mind off things.
It won't
Love
work.
that. Oh, God.
I have an exceptionally large mind.
Like the dust which settles all around me, I must find a new home.
Clear!
Clear.
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Well, we made it through. No copyright.
And you were worried about getting struck.
Not as and later on it'll be blocked to hell and I'll get another copyright strike, but we made it. And I mean, that could have been 60 minutes long. It was hard getting that down to even just 6 minutes, but some interesting stuff in there, I thought. Just before we get going, I'd like to say thank you to John Daswolfen, who is sitting 2 windows along from me, who donated $5 and said, "Happy birthday, Brian. Keep on rocking." I will, sir. I intend to, and thank you for that. And then also to my great buddy JoesAtmosfere, who also donated 5 Canadian Nuka-Cola caps, and he said, "Happy birthday, Brian." Thanks, buddy. It's not obligatory to be on the panel to donate, but I'm not going to refuse it either. So thank you very much for that. I found the only piece of clothing I could find with my age on it today I'm wearing, which is, I am.
You are not 111. No.
You don't look a day over 110.
That's right. Yeah. This is my Vault 111 shirt, which is because I'm a big fan of Fallout. Well, I was big fan of Fallout until Fallout 4.
Oh,
and onwards, but
I was a fan until 76, and then 76.
Yeah, but I don't normally wear this, so I thought I'd dig it out for today. So welcome everybody. This is from that. Now the montage is over. There's no plan. That's it.
We do like we always do. 70s.
Normally I meticulously plan these shows. I do have some clips to play later. And there is going to be a boomer quiz, because I'm on the edge of the boomer. I'm just boomer-esque, like, the bottom end of that tail end.
You're
of the
boomer
boomers.
and I'm X. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm X.
X is the first year I was born in the first year of X. 65.
Yeah, I'm 63, so I'm 30 years old today, and my math was never my strong point, so we're good. But I'd like to welcome my wonderful panel, as usual. Imp, John, Purple has joined us. Well, good to see you, lass.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Jed is also here.
Yeah,
it's adequate. Thanks, mate. It's adequate to see you.
Yeah, I know. I would not. I rose through hell and high. I rushed through everything today. I said, y'all gonna not stop me from doing this today. I'm gonna be there come hell high water. So
yeah, well, there will be both hell and high water. I'm anticipating.
That's good.
Obviously, Courtney is here, and Pope are regular. Hello, and Pope are regular panelists, and regular team members of It's Only Rock and Roll. This show has been going for almost a couple of years now, I think. I didn't really look at it, but it's coming up for an anniversary there too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Also joining us, two of my great friends, pop culture minefield stalwarts, Martin.
Yeah, Gary. Hi.
How are you, sir?
Hi guys. Hi Court. Hi Purple. Fucking John's here.
And
Jesus Christ.
And Gary slipped in through the back door.
I gotta see this guy every fucking day, and he's here again.
Who left the back door open?
Let this guy.
Oh my! Fucking Gary's here now, man.
John and I are real life friends. So, and of course, Imperitus is here. Jed's here. Who else is here? Pope is here. Joe.
Purple's here.
Joe, the fucking MP.
That's it. Hey, I got a new hat that says it, baby. See them cross pistols? What's up?
It's a military prick.
Yeah,
and of course, Brian, did you see the video I got for you? Brian, it's up on when you join the show tomorrow morning. There's a Scottish thing there for it. It's Kevin McKidd doing that dialect. That everybody in the show is like, "What did he just say?" Even the people from Scotland are like, "I don't know what he said."
I'll see that tomorrow, mate. Yeah, thanks. I mean, tomorrow 9 a.m. Mountain Time, morning coffee with Brian on Pop Culture Minefield. And for those who are into science fiction, we're doing the Three Body series.
It's not what you think. It's not sci-fi. It's about a love tryst.
What would they call the porn version of Three Body?
Porn version.
Three bodies, one cup.
It's a great Chinese.
There you go.
Last week where we did Flesh Gordon instead of Flash Gordon.
Yeah, I know.
You had my
That's a classic, dude. Giant from Lucasfilm, man.
Yeah, that was just like.
So look forward to that show because that's going to be good, and there's going to be a lot of great stuff coming up in that time slot in the next few weeks. So Gary tells me. I haven't done any work.
I fixed your thumbnail. Today.
You need to give me the editable version. I can't.
I did. That was the link I shared with you, but it's like apparently you can't open it. So don't worry, I'll create all your thumbnails. I was going to create all of them today, and then I went, "Oh, that fucker did it himself."
You realize
it looks like crap.
You realize the way to avoid doing a job I've learned in my long life is to fuck it up completely. So so they go, "Oh, don't bother. We're not
going to let him do that anymore."
I'm just going to have a wee dram. Many years on my 50th birthday, my daughter gave me this 50-year-old bottle of Glen Grant. And every year my birthday, I have some. So it's my birthday. So I'm going to have some. So.
You have a swig. Awesome. Well, I wanted to pop in because I got to go run some errands. I just had a meeting with Script Doctor. He will be dropping in a little bit. He told me he'd be swinging by to say hi to you.
Yeah. Well, that would be, that's lovely. And there'll be hopefully a bunch of guests popping in and out. I'm
hoping that you said popping and not pooping.
Pooping in and out.
Oh, we can do that too.
So, Slanjavan.
Slancha, mate. Slancha. But I wanted to stop in and say happy birthday to you because you're a dear friend of me and I love you, man.
Yeah, I love you too, brother. And we've had some fun and we're gonna have lots more.
Oh hell yeah! I've got plans for what we're doing on Pop Culture Minefield, and you're a big part of it. So, the person that's not going to be a big part of it is John because he's getting that surgery, and he's just gonna waste away to nothing.
I hope not. I need him.
It'd be like that burned guy in Beetlejuice.
I need John. I need
like
John,
a smoke.
And I need Martin. I need Martin too. I couldn't do that show without him.
I got to tell you, Martin and John absolutely make my life so much better. I mean, we've got Anima, my girlfriend, and she makes life hard for. No, I'm just kidding. She's awesome. She makes the shows more entertaining too, and I couldn't imagine doing those morning shows without those guys. I owe them a lot.
It's great. Yeah, we have some good fun on those shows. I can't join as many of them as I'd like, but the Tuesday ones were.
John was there today.
We got some special stuff coming up on that show.
We did Full Metal Jacket
I just
today.
started working Tuesdays, so I can't see it. I got to watch the replays, man.
Yeah, Gary.
You and your jobs.
I know.
It's work. Look, I've learned if there's one thing I've learned in my long life, I'm going to say that 50 times today. It's not to work. Just don't work.
I wish I could
It's
do it.
futile.
That's the reason why
the rule is work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
And I'm finally getting to that point. But I want to wish you a happy birthday, buddy. I wish I could actually hang out and drink some whiskey, because I could really go for some Irish whiskey right now. None of that Scottish shit, man.
This is Scottish, but you know what I got the other day? A bottle of Indian malt whiskey, which I haven't opened yet, but I want to try it.
Really?
Yeah, Indian malt whiskey. There's quite a few of them, apparently. So
Now, don't get me wrong. I do like Scottish whiskey, Scotch. But I am, the two whiskeys I can tolerate are Jameson's and Bushmills Black. They're the best.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge Irish whiskey fan, but I got a lot of bourbons recently, but I wanted to try this Indian malt whiskey.
You like
It's
it
been around
sweeter?
for a while. Sorry?
You like it sweeter?
I thought you said, am I a swinger? I thought...
Well, he is kind of
forward.
That's what I said.
Did you not understand me, laddie?
I thought I was the one
be
that...
sweeter.
I thought I was the one with the shitty accent.
Wait till you watch that video.
You
Wait
have a
till you watch
shitty
the video.
accent. Yeah, right.
I don't even know what Martin's saying. What did he say? Was that English?
I don't talk English. I'm Scottish, for fuck's sake.
Hey, Martin, say neuropathy.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
If it's not Scottish, it's crap. Yeah.
Oh, that's coming up. That's coming up. Just bide your time.
Well, I gotta go because Scott and I are gonna head out, and I just I wanted to make sure to drop in before because I didn't know when I'd be back, and I wanted to let you know I love you, man, and happy birthday. And it's good to see it. Purple hasn't said anything to me.
Hello, sweetheart. It's good to see you.
Yeah, fuck you too, Purple.
She as well.
She's so awesome. It's good to see you, Court. Good to see you, Imperitus. Good to see you, Pope.
Here, buddy.
Joe, I see you all the time, so I'm not even going to comment on it. Jed,
Yes, sir.
it's good to see your avatar. John, Martin, fuck you guys. And that's Soda's Rock fan. Brian! I love you, buddy. Happy birthday, man. I'm out of here. You guys have a great time. Have a good one.
Tomorrow
And when Script shows up, tell him I said really mean things about him. It'll be funny.
What?
Yes.
Tell Script when he shows up. Tell him I said
will.
mean things about
The
him.
doctor, when he shows.
Hey.
He says, bye,
Hey,
guys.
if you're going to leave, beat it.
Yeah, beat it.
Beat it. Skedaddle.
Eat it.
Skedaddle. Eat it.
Eat it.
I wanted to just highlight that our great friend, my good friend, your Muslim uncle, wonderful guy, gotta get him on a show soon, did leave a $5 tip, and he said, and I quote, and it's here somewhere, he said, "Happy birthday, you Scottish, see you next Tuesday." I wonder if that's a metaphor or an acronym for something.
I believe that's an acronym.
Struggling a bit with that one. Well, thanks, your Muslim uncle. Good to see you. Our great friend of many great channels. Lovely guy. There's a lot of people in the chat. I noticed that Polly, slightly too late, told us exactly what we know already, that Gary is gay. So
that's not news.
It's not
Polly.
news.
It's not news.
Yeah, but he was the first to discover it. He's the one that started that backdoor thing. So.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, baby, what's
but
up?"
It's
We'll have that
awesome
back
to see Polly here. Polly and Latino Site is one of the most magnificent channels on YouTube. Wonderful guy, great it's content that really got me into doing a lot of my stuff, and he was the first person I ever streamed with on his show for just a few minutes, and it was so. Thank you, Polly, for taking my virginity.
Oof. Oh, Polly hit that cherry and just slammed it right in.
He did.
He's like,
he's got the link. Polly, you've got the link. You're welcome to pop on if you wish. There's a lot of people in the chat. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with everybody, but we'll try and call you out as we go. And it is indeed Mikey Mexican Iron Man's birthday today. Now he's busy with some clients right now in the karaoke bar that he works in. He's busy with some clients. So he's
working on his birthday.
He may be a little late in the bar in Tijuana with the donkeys and all that. So. But I'm expecting he'll exit the window soon and be able to get here. But yeah, Mikey's birthday too, so happy birthday to him. Wonderful guy. Yeah, thanks, Mags. Good to see you. Yeah, there's going to be... I'll never keep up with all of these chats, but I can certainly keep other things up. Trust me. It's not all over yet.
I have to take your word for it, buddy.
That's the reason why we keep him around still. He's still a stud over at the Archivist and MFer, so, you know.
Yeah, but Mags is Shinotsky's here. Lord Thoth, Canadian whiskey's best. It's okay. It's not the best. I mean, as a Maple Curtain detainee behind the Maple Curtain, I do like Canadian whiskey, but it's not the best. Let's face it, you know. Brightest Day, our great friend
Seagram 7 or VO?
Good to see you, man.
Anima, good to see you, Anima. Oh, Courtney's up on the screen. Oh, she's gone.
Seagram 7 or VO 70s?
Well, there's some great independent distillers in Canada, so I'd probably look into more of some of those.
Okay.
Well,
I inherited my dad must have loved VO because I inherited a 1 gallon bottle full of change that he played penny ante poker with. Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
That's it's probably about all Canadian economy is worth now. Like,
right?
A bag of pucks. Snowdub is here, our wonderful, wonderful friend Snowdub, another magnificent channel. Great to see you, buddy. He has the link. I hope he may pop in, or maybe one of his associates may pop in. We don't know, or if they don't, it doesn't matter. It's great to see you here. So today I share a birthday.
Thank you.
Mike Roch, as long as it's not Mike Roch popping in, then we're...
Oh, Mike Roch, Mike Roch, come on over, brother.
And El Puero, we don't want him, but so I share my birthday with a number of people I noticed, apart from Mikey, Mexican Iron Man. Obviously, Elizabeth Taylor, God rest her soul, was born on February 27th, and back in the day, she was pretty smoking hot, I'd have to say. So, happy birthday, belated beyond the grave birthday, Liz. We have another guest. It's the Wanderer. We call him the Wanderer. He goes around.
Hey, happy birthday.
Hey,
Corey, how's it going?
Salty, how are you, mate?
I'm all right. I may be able to pop on longer later, but I didn't know how long you were going to go. I just wanted to say happy birthday, and look at all these beautiful people here. I don't know. I'm wrecking the curve.
Beautiful people.
Wrecking the curve.
Oh, it's salty. Hi. I can't see the thing. I'm sorry.
You're sitting on top of him and you didn't even know who it was.
I'm so sorry.
So, other birthdays today. Neil Schoen, guitarist, obviously. Timothy Spall, English actor. Nancy Spungen. Who remembers Nancy Spungen? Courtney would get that one.
I even read
she's
the
famous
for autobiography. Her mom.
She's famous for
she got killed by Sid Vicious.
Girl.
That's right.
And being stabbed to death by her.
Yeah, Johnny Van Zandt. His birthday was today. Again, sadly deceased. Leonard Skinner vocalist, one of my favourite bands. Adam Baldwin, not related to the others. It's his birthday today.
We were just talking about him this morning.
Yeah.
We did Full Metal Jacket.
The only Baldwin confirmed not to have killed someone.
That's right. Yeah. Give him time, though. Give him time. Here's Noah Emmerich, actor. He's all right. Donald Logue, Irish. I won't count that against him, but he's a good actor. Canadian Irish. So, Donald Logue. But you've seen Donald Logue in a few things, I'm sure. Sons of Anarchy, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, there's probably others, but I don't recognise most of them on this list. So.
Yeah, I'm looking at it and I don't see many people.
Chelsea Clinton, oh God, no, save me.
Yeah, have fun with that one, bro, right there.
Kate Mara, she's good. I like Kate Mara. She's good. I'm not seeing a lot of rock stars other than Neil Schoen there and Johnny Van Zandt. That's about it, really.
So basically, what you're telling us is this is an exclusive Brian Day.
It's pretty, when it comes to sort of.
You may be the most famous person.
When it comes
on this day.
To thrusting young rock stars, I may be the only one.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
So,
Hey,
Soul
Brian,
Assassin,
when you were a kid, when you were a kid, what was the one thing that you wanted for your birthday that you never got, that may have haunted you through all of the 30 years? Because you're 30 today, right? 30
yeah,
years
I'm just
you've been
30
alive.
today.
Yeah.
Again, for the 30th time, I'm 30.
Yeah. Was
What was
it
the
a
one thing-
toy? Was it an album? What was it, man?
It was probably another 8 inches in height.
I was wondering.
Are you sure?
8
Where
inches?
that
My
was
gosh.
I'm pretty sure, actually. Not
Oh my
comic
gosh, you
short.
just ruined your whole image to me.
All right. Oh well, I'm not tall.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not tall.
He's
I'm tall
70s.
in
I thought you were
stature.
42. You know.
How tall are you?
I am 42. I'm a minuscule 5'7", I'm afraid.
Oh, you're my height. Okay, you're not shorter than me. That's okay.
You seemed taller when we met. You seemed like 6 feet. It must just be your imposing
I think
presence.
we're all the same height lying down. So.
Except for comics, okay?
It depends.
Except
It
for
depends what you're measuring. It depends what you're measuring.
The length becomes your height whenever you're lying down. That's what
So
it
we've
is.
degenerated already. So I do have some pictures to share though, because it's all about me.
Yes, of course it
is
is.
all about me.
That's right.
How often do you get to do that? You don't get to. I wouldn't normally.
Once
my
a year.
Normally my birthday, I wouldn't give a shit. I'm not a big guy for that kind of thing, but it's my 60th. So I thought, okay, I'm glad to
kind of a
celebrate it here with my friends and everybody in the chat. So I'll just share this. This is me at a very early age, probably about. Hang on, gotta get on the screen. Get it on the screen. Probably about 12 years old here. You'll notice now I am at the tail end of the boomers, and this is 1963, and Winston Churchill was still the Prime Minister, so I had copied his V for Victory sign here.
There you go.
You see? It's prevalent.
Actually, I thought it was you just trying to do this one, and
I was trying to do
and was
this,
messing it up. So
but
you
it
just
hadn't
trying
been
to learn it, yeah.
invented yet, so I couldn't figure out. If I'd got that right, Dio would have just never been able to claim it. So.
Right.
And then a little later, there's this little school.
Wow.
You're the most handsome.
Doesn't get much more Scottish than that, dude,
Yeah,
including the
school
haircut.
tie. The school tie.
Freckles?
School.
You
Remember the days
belong in Hogwarts, Brian.
that Hogwarts. There may well have been some purple. There may be some warts involved. I'm not sure they're Hogwarts, but there's a school tie. Kings Park Primary School. And we had a song. Remember the days that you had a song for your school?
No.
Oh yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I even remember the words of it. I'm not going to sing it now, though. Well, not unless people throw more money. But and then you know, I kind of grew up a bit, and a little later I started to look like this. You know, so I was a teenager.
Yeah.
And your mother likes it.
Yes. And I look like Elf. Sorry, I look like Elf. Elf.
Never.
It's not a
Never.
good look.
Is that you?
Never Longbottom.
Never. Never.
Now, Brian, correct me if I'm wrong. You're from the same part of Scotland this guy's from.
I
aren't you?
am. I was born and brought up about 4 or 5 miles from where he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've told this story before. My mother was just a little bit younger. She didn't know him, but she knew of him. He was at a different high school, and he was very popular with her girlfriends. She didn't. She claims she never actually met him though. So, I think she may have met him once, just once.
I wonder why.
Maybe in 1962. So that's
And 9 months later. No.
And there's me with my first car. So
There you go. Yes. Complete with machine guns behind the
and then
headlights.
This is probably closer to the mark. I think that was E-Clay did that. I might have been. Forgive me. Or was it Gumbo Spawn? It's Gumby Spawn. Sorry, it might have been Gumby
Wow.
Spawn. So.
I didn't know you had a twin brother. This is amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
There's more cushion for the pushing right there.
I felt a bit sheepish after this. But,
Oh, that's you. That's you.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, that's also me. Let me hide that in the stream. So that's all the family photographs you're going to get. I hope you enjoyed them.
That was quite the trip down memory lane, Brian.
It
That
was.
lovely.
Well, I was looking through. I don't know about you guys, but there's always an archivist in the family.
Yeah.
A
Oh yeah.
genealogist. Yeah.
It was my mother. My God. Books and books of pictures.
Yeah, my little sister did that job, and then with helping one of my nephews scanned all these photographs right back to the 1870s or whatever. And so we've got all. I was looking through them all today, and it's all these people that I don't know who they are, or like great grand uncles. And anyway, there's a bunch of. There's not that many photos of me as a kid, but there's a couple there. So, but it's fascinating to look through them.
Yeah, isn't that cool to see like what your great grandfather looked like? I just had that done too. Found out I was a lot Scottish actually, which I did not know. But like you notice things like I look identical to my great grandmother. It's really weird.
Yeah, you can never be enough Scottish though, Courtney. You need to be more.
I'm only 38%. Okay,
38%.
Mostly Irish.
Precise number. 38%.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was.
Sorry, I was going to say Courtney's 38% more Scottish than Elizabeth Warren is Native American. Just
there you go.
Embarrassed to say that she used to be my senator.
Yeah, and 100% more African Canadian than Trudeau. So
Yeah, Castro Jr.
Right. I was about to say Cuban, right?
Cuban. Enough of that nonsense. But yeah, that was kind of interesting looking through some of those. I was looking for just 2 or 3 photos of me. There's a bunch of them with me and my brothers and my brother and my 2 sisters or whatever. And I noticed in every one of them, I'm wearing the hand-me-down clothes from my brother, who was 6 years older than me.
Yeah.
And then 6 years later, the photographs, I've got those clothes.
That's
and today I still do that.
The new ones.
Yeah, I was probably wearing my sister's clothes too, but that's a different story. We got another. We have another donation. I'm so thank you guys. We have Mr. Tickle Trunk, wonderful chap. Again, great friend of the channel and many channels. Just tipped $10. Happy birthday, you old fart. I don't know if that's meant to be a Cockney happy birthday. Happy birthday. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right, yeah. You're a big man, but you're out of shape. We don't need another Batman. Gonna need another Batman.
What are you?
What are you? I'm the butler. Nobody will ever be a better butler than Archer's butler.
Yeah. Oh yes. Totally on that one.
Woodhouse.
Benson was pretty good too. I got a split, guys. Unfortunately, this is my middle of my workday. Brian, happy birthday! I am gonna send you a card. I'm sorry I didn't get it out.
Don't worry about it, mate.
No, you sent me that styling Canadian ear flap hat, so I've got to return the favor from America.
Toque.
Yeah, that one too. I know. Well, we need it. We're getting snow. It was great to see everybody. Happy birthday, Brian.
Bye, Salty.
Thanks, buddy.
Take care, Salty. It's good to see you.
Have a good day, Salty.
Take care, brother.
I'm gonna have to hop off as well. I'm so sorry, guys.
You gotta get your beauty sleep. Not that you need beauty sleep. You're beautiful as it is.
She needs to get her sleep. Yeah.
I do. I need to get my sleep, but thank you for letting me jump
no
on
problem.
and join you. And happy birthday!
Thanks, Les. I appreciate you coming by, and we'll see you again soon.
Absolutely, we need to
Take
do
care.
another show together soon.
Oh yeah, we got to do. I've got a few ideas for you and me to do a couple of shows.
Oh,
stuff that was in the montage. You may have recognised a couple of bands that nobody here would know.
Funnily enough, I did.
Slade.
Yes, Slade.
Status Quo, and Rory Gallagher was the second guitar player. Rory Gallagher.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll do that. But yeah, take care, lass.
Take care, guys, and
Have
see
a
you
good night,
later.
Purple.
Bye.
Okay, Purple. Bye-bye.
So it's timely because we have to invite now possibly the man with the most luxurious coiffure on YouTube, Mr.
There he is.
Oh boy.
Am
I good? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes.
Excellent.
What's up, brother?
I am. I'm doing wonderfully well. I hope all of you are as good as I am. I'm only here for one reason, and that's to tell this 97-year-old man happy birthday.
It's actually 111.
Oh, okay. All right. We were trying to figure it out. You're exponentially getting older as the day goes on. So.
I am. It's interdimensional logarithmic.
He's going to look like a crypt keeper by the end of the episode.
I'm grateful to be here. I'm glad you invited a whole group of human beings to come and celebrate your day with you. This is a big day. This is what do you call it? A milestone birthday.
It is. It's a millstone around my neck.
Well, yeah. Let me tell you, it feels that way.
Don't say that. I'm only 2.5 years away from it myself.
Yeah, Joe's chasing you down, Brian.
Right?
I'm 12 years away from that. So.
And I'm hoping Joe will still be chasing me down in 25 years.
I hope to be chasing you all down for a long time to come.
But that was a great show last night, sir. Thank you for inviting me on.
Oh no, I thought it was fun, and we got our digs in at you and your sheep, so it was fun.
Yeah, get the flock out of here.
Get the flock out of here, indeed. Yeah, well, as long as you don't push them over to the fence with no hands, then I think that's all right.
We don't push them over the fence. What a waste.
There you go.
I mean, it's why waste good meat, so to speak. So, I mean, you are not to be too simpish, but you are again one of these guys that really got me into this whole YouTube thing and. Wanted to try it myself, so thank you.
That actually makes me feel great when I hear people say that. It's kind of odd because I'm really not. I'm not a huge channel. I mean, I'm still an up and comer, and I'm fine with that. And I never honestly believed anybody would listen to me. I really had no expectation that anybody was going to listen to anything I had to say. So, and I know everybody here on this panel has known that, like, when you have like two people that watched your video, you are like excited. So when that happens, it's like,
and channel, you think maybe I'll get to 20 subscribers.
Well, it was really weird, right? And then I'm like, okay, well, who's the other person? Like, I'm trying to find out who watched my video.
Some guy in Serbia.
No, it's funny.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Every
guy from Australia.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Every time I release a video, I think you guys have all experienced this. Every time I release a video, it's like it puts something out there in the world, and it for whatever reason, no matter what it is, you're relieved because it took you like who knows how long to get your video put together, and you're like, I did it. That's the moment everybody should look for, is that moment when you just say, I did it. I got a video done. Oh my gosh, and other people can see it. It's funny.
Achievement, and do you think? I mean, I don't know what you feel like now, Culture. I've heard you talking about it, but making videos and editing them is fun, but it takes so long. Does to do. I'm learning valuable lessons right now. I think we all have this last couple of years. You cannot predict what anything is anything that you do. You have no idea how it's going to perform. You have no idea the audience that's going to show up. I mean, I like you said, I mean, I feel privileged every time I get a viewer to watch a video, let alone 10 or whatever. So it's that moment. But look, I mean, beyond all of that, I have to say that it's fun watching everybody grow. I mean, I root for everybody. You guys know that, and it's just fun when I check in on a channel. I'm like, oh my gosh, they really, they're gaining ground, and look at this, the quality's, better than mine, and I need to get better. But it's that fun thing, and when it comes to you, Brian, I mean, I know this is your birthday celebration, but you've really jumped over a lot of hurdles, man. I've watched you accelerate your growth. You do wonderful quality live streams. And the fact that you and Brahma can put them away at night, that's always entertaining. Yeah, that hockey one's turning. It's not an enormous audience so far, but it's turning to a really good audience, and it's growing little by little bit. It's nice to find a different thing to talk about that you love, that others not, and slip it in there, so to speak. Phrasing. But it's like you've learned so much.
Yeah, I think we all learn from each other. It's one of the things I think that everybody should do, is to take away from everybody else that you work with something that you admire about what they do, and try to put it in your own stuff. You know, I learn a lot from the people I hang out with. I spent time on Sunday talking to a group of channels, just, you know, in a backstage kind of a conference kind of a way, and you know, you take away ideas from each other. You know, you look at your a different way to look at your analytics. I mean, it's somebody can always teach you something. So whatever you can take away from that person, that's a good thing. I mean, everybody here on this panel's probably experienced that, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and Darth is asking how many subs to be monetized, and I've not been thinking it in terms of monetization. To me, it's more just of yet another one of these milestones that proves that I'm doing something that people want to listen to or take part in. And so I'm on 929.
Oh, you're so very close.
Yeah.
You're so very close.
And I've not pushed it hard in a sense in that I've tried to do. I've not just churned stuff out. I've tried to do, like with these shows that my lovely friends take part in, we plan them everywhere, you know, very well, and we have a lot of content to show and talk about. My videos, I put a lot of effort in, I think, and I'm really quite proud of a lot of them. Like the one I just did on The Move, the Underlook Band series on The Move, that has got like 170 views. Now, for me, that kind of video getting that kind of views is magnificent.
Oh yeah.
From like normally they get 30. This one, it's people are saying this is great. I'm really enjoying this, and I'm not doing it to be proud of myself. I'm just. It's a glow. It's rewarding to think, well, that effort was worth something. Then it wasn't pissing in the wind, you know.
Yeah, I like I said. I mean, I want y'all. I you know, it's. I guess this is where the I get called pop culture a lot or whatever. But I want everybody to, you know, not just you know catch me, but I want everybody to go buy me. You know, do better than me.
But yeah, you've done such good stuff.
Yeah.
Really,
well, you guys,
the 6 minute daily, which is the 12-minute daily.
It's what a dumb idea that was.
You're locked in now.
I think it is, man. That show I do with my brother, I tap into that daily just to see if there's anything we need to highlight on Thursday night.
Oh man, that's awesome. Like you said, it was a dumb idea because now. Like you said, you know, as much as I enjoy it every weekday, I'm locked into doing it every weekday. It's like no days off, baby.
Yeah.
But look,
someone else is asking about watch hours, and that is important too.
Yeah.
I think I've got 8,000 hours of watch.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say you're doing way better than that. And this is asking you what type of content do you create? Amazing stuff.
Well, I set out to try and make, like we all do, I think, make out videos about the things I love. So a lot of classic rock stuff, excuse me, a lot of science fiction related content, science fiction novels, and I'm going to get more into that. There's some stuff I haven't even touched there yet. Just movies and TV shows I like. A lot of sort of, you know, records, favorite records and so on. These live streams, it's been like maybe 1 week it's about music. Next week will be about a movie. Now I'm doing the Pop Culture Minefield Tuesday morning show. I've got some stuff that I want to do on that I don't cover, like space and cosmology related stuff, more obscure stuff that wouldn't fit this show, which I think is really to try and, I want to do things that the whole panel can get into on the show. Whereas I want to branch it, and then Joe and Christian Delorme and I do sort of extra. It's only talk and roll stuff where we talk about acts like Robert Palmer or Chris Rea that wouldn't necessarily fit this show either.
Rod Stewart, yeah.
Rod Stewart, yeah. So it's music, science fiction, movies. I'm doing a lot of Korean TV and movies at the moment, talking about a lot of that stuff because I'm enjoying that content. So yeah, and whiskey. Occasionally videos about whiskey.
Your music stuff is top notch.
Go, man.
So yeah,
this man has a record collection like you would not believe. It's the only reason I became his friend. Just kidding.
There is no other reason.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
It's funny you say that, Courtney, because I think, like, you know, we obviously are on each other's shows all the time for the music stuff, but I think I actually got introduced to you through the sci-fi side. I think we started talking about it in chat one day, and I ended up on the show.
I don't even remember. I thought it was metal, but who knows?
Sorry, just keep talking amongst yourselves because I got to talk to someone.
I think that was actually surprisingly what we started out doing, and then we kind of meshed from there.
I'm
I was
amazingly to everyone. we
Gary's
invited me.
replacement.
I think we're getting an echo from somewhere. But
Yeah, we are.
Very confused.
Oh, is it It's probably me. I hate to say it. I hate to say it.
Culture does have problems with this platform, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Sorry
he
about
has
that, mate.
problems like I do every single time I come over here. So.
Yeah, but that's because you're you. He's just having problems because of technical. There's a big difference.
Well, it's Melon seizes everything when you use it, and so while it is a really great a live streaming tool, it just seizes all my stuff, and then I can't get it to let go.
Can I get it to seize your donations and I'll take them as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I can't wait till you're monetized so that you can have members. Wouldn't it be wonderful for you to have a member?
I would love to do that, and it for me, it's not so much about the members. I'd love a member, a big one
You
or
like
two.
members?
Maybe a
I was
tall
about to
member.
say.
Would you like a gold member?
I think it sounds corny. It sounds corny, but I do see it as being. It is a fellowship, you know.
It is
for me.
Yeah.
I get to hang out with you guys,
I know.
talking about shit we like, and the other stuff is more kind of a validation that we're doing something that people like. Yeah.
Well, we're people from all across the country and around the globe. I mean, think about it. I mean, you've got you up in Canada and the rest of us in better places.
I'm behind the maple curtain. That's true.
Yeah. And under Trudeau's new version of the Mao movement.
I'm just gonna take a few seconds to try and fix a problem. So,
go, man.
Chat
Hey,
amongst
Culture.
yourselves.
Go, Ninja, go.
What I do with Melon is I make sure that my headphones are the default, and it stops Melon from using your speakers.
Oh, well, that would be handy.
Do that in your Windows settings.
Very good. Thank you for that. Daswolfen.
No problem.
I love saying Daswolfen when you come in my chat.
Daswolfen.
Yeah, have you noticed that too? Like, the other great thing about this is we can interact with each other, like even if we're not on stream, like in the chat. Like the funnest part of any stream for me is saying hi to everybody. I'll do it for like 20 minutes.
Well, I think that's important, I mean, it's what we do. We're not just here to. I think that it's the interaction is the good bit with ourselves, with the chat. It's not just us say, "Well, I'm going to play you some stuff." You sit there and listen,
Yeah, I started in the chat, and I will never forget the chat because that's why we're here. I mean, we're not doing anything if we're not entertaining folks, right? So.
Yeah, and it is entertainment. We're actually doing shows. These are shows. That's how I see them. Like all super hyper professional shows that nobody watches on TV anymore. We're trying to do the same thing, and it deserves that level of attention and care for me, and that's why I put a lot of prep in. And we're trying, we're being professional. These are actual shows. I see this as a show, not as I'm just going to go live and chat to a bunch of people. I may be over. I might be. Maybe I'm.
No, your stuff's great because of all the detail you put into it, man.
Yeah.
That's why it is great.
Yeah.
So apparently, my
there you go.
One of my widgets is stuck.
Oh, that's what she said.
Apparently, I have a stuck widget. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Unstick your widget, man.
But we'll bring in another one of the guys that's been a perspiration to me on YouTube.
Wow.
Mr. Thomas Connors.
Oh wow, man.
Welcome, Tom.
He's got to figure out he's muted.
Yeah.
No, I was waiting
Yeah,
to be
same
brought in.
problem.
I was in the background for like 20 minutes. Jeez.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
I blame me, Tom.
I fell asleep.
That's a common thing for Brian. He gets hyper focused on something and he forgets all about the background.
Trying to figure out how to get rid
He's
of.
officially like a senior citizen now, right?
He tries to do that already too.
Stop it! I'm telling you, stop it, man. I'm only
Jed's
2
in the
years
background.
behind him. Damn.
Hey,
Stop
Joe, look at this way. You get that nice senior discount in a couple of years.
Hey, Tom. Tom, I thought it was really nice for you to wake up Bat Tom last night and have him sing to the birthday kid.
It was.
That was awesome.
That Tom was wonderful. And I had the flashlight outside pointing it at the sky, and he appeared just like that. I'm trying to figure out this widget, so forgive me about the widget that's on screen permanently right now.
Watched you two earlier today, Tom and Culture. That was a good show you had on earlier today. Pointing out all the problems with Cocaine Bear. That was pretty cool. Enjoyed it.
Except it's still a dumb fun
It might
movie.
go away now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Wild Culture and Tom are here. One of the, as I'm a boomer, I want you to do this little, for fun, little boomer quiz.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to play snippets of television themes of shows I used to watch
man.
years ago, and there's no prize other than the fact you get the glory of being old enough to remember these TV themes. So the first one to shout or whatever. What do they think it's shout?
Is there a buzzer I get to push?
There is no buzzer, although there might be I don't know, have you got a share thing with noises on it?
Should I mute myself? Is it cheating if I answer? No.
No. So we're going to try a few of these throughout the show, and it's just
I have a buzzer.
This is the level of
Nick Weiser
entertainment.
first, I would think.
I don't have a buzzer, but I do have.
It sounds like somebody shit their pants on that one.
Oh, flash Courtney.
So here's the first one. And I don't know, I'll probably
I
play it,
got
and
that.
for so long I'll get copyright blocked. But now Tom's here.
How about I do that? I'll do this.
Right. So Tom
That's
may
what a
know some
culture will
of
do.
these.
Go ninja, go ninja, go.
Hang on, I'm going to move some people around. There we go. Right, so here's the first one. Fingers on the buzzers, or put your finger on anything you want, really. Can you hear it?
I know it. Can't quite place it.
I can't either. Want to say it's a Western, though.
Is it some?
It's a Western.
Is it some dumb Canadian show?
Nope.
No, it's
some dumb American show.
I've heard it before.
We're going to give the chat a few seconds to see if they know what it is. See, I've defeated you already. Oh, Courtney's got her hand up.
I don't think it's Bonanza.
It's
No, it
not
isn't.
Bonanza.
No, it isn't.
The Lone Ranger. It's not the Lone Ranger either.
It's not
Dustin,
Rawhide.
thanks for dropping by, Dustin. Good to see you, mate.
It's not the Rifleman.
Yes,
It's not.
One more little
Not
snippet.
Gunsmoke.
That's not Big Valley.
It's a 1970s show.
Yeah. It's not Green Acres. It's like,
Right, I'll give you a clue. One of the two lead actors died during the run of the show, and they replaced him.
Oh my God! Alias Smith and Jones.
Correct. Well
oh
played, sir.
shit! It is.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Deal.
I knew
Big deal
it.
died.
Yeah,
Big deal
I knew
died.
it
No,
was
that
Western.
wasn't BJ and the Bears. BJ and the Bears.
That was a big
BJ
clue
and the
right there,
Bears.
though, because the
Yeah.
two guys look totally different. They didn't
Yeah,
even try.
Pete Deal died. I think he committed suicide. Poor guy.
Yeah,
but,
he did.
They
And he was the better one, if you ask me.
Yeah, he was.
But these were guys that were on the run, but a secret mission from the governor or whatever, which was never seemingly ever going to end, no matter how many good things they did.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks, Sin, for being here. Thank you everyone in the chat for trying to guess that one. It was a tough one.
Yeah, that
That's
one
it?
was a
We're done?
tough one because I was leaving
one
off.
show.
Well,
All
there's
right.
more.
Oh, he's got more. He said
I
he
got
was doing
15
during
of
the
these.
show.
Do you want another one now, or shall I
all
save
right,
them
let's
for
do it.
later?
Go for it.
This one's easy. Tom, if you don't get this, I'll be very disappointed.
I know it's what it's in now.
It's in Kill Bill. I know
Is
that.
it
but-
emergency?
Yeah.
Nope.
That's not emergency.
It is in Kill Bill, but the TV show that it was the theme for, also
I'm
from the
waiting
70s.
for Tom to get it because I know he
Drama
knows
Bull
us.
has got the answer.
Ironside,
Well,
okay.
Brahma.
Yeah.
That was Ironside.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Oh
Brahma.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I was gonna let somebody else answer because I know a lot of people are gonna probably say that one.
Just before we go any further, Nick has very kindly donated, and I'm hoping he'll be
Nick
coming soon. Nick Nack Paddywhack, give the dog a bone.
That's what she said.
That's what
All
she
32
said.
flavors of him.
So Nick says, our great friend Nick, our good buddy, and Toxic Tuesday tomorrow night is John Wick 1. In case I cannot come with you on stream later today, well, I'd certainly hope you don't, because that would be very gay. A happy birthday token of appreciation. Thank you, brother. That was 10 Canadian bottle caps. So one appreciates that very much. Thanks, mate.
You don't want to come on stream that we can't have the panelists sticking together. You know what I'm saying?
We do. That's right. And this is laptop. I don't have to keep cleaning this laptop. It's like a short South Park image.
I thought you had to clean it every Friday anyway, so
Right. Shall I do another one? We have more.
Bring it, man.
I mean, who doesn't love a quiz?
Yeah, 'cause I don't have too late.
This is the easiest one of all of them. We have, who was the Tom.
Hill Street Blues.
Yeah.
Correct. Mike Post and Pete Carpenter.
I was about to say it, but he hit the horn. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
Wait on.
I was like,
One of my favorite shows of all time. Possibly even the first example of what we got many years later in that kind of with The Sopranos and shows like that. An episodic show that really built up storylines.
Well, the beauty of it is it's one of those theme songs that even though it has no words, it's like Superman. It actually sings the theme song.
Mm-hmm.
Hill Street Blues, you're watching Hill Street Blues. It's time for Hill Street Blues.
Yeah.
Yeah,
now you're watching Hill Street Blues.
I don't know if you guys are into The Who, but on their Endless Wire album, Pete wrote a song called Mike Post Theme. And it was all about how great Mike Post themes were.
Yeah, they are good. Yeah, he was iconic.
And Pete Carpenter, who was also there. But that was easy. I did say that was the easiest one, Lord.
That was the easiest. Yeah.
Mike DiCarlo, thanks for being here, buddy.
Hill Street Blue Balls.
Hill Street Blue Balls.
That's the
I got to strip off now to reveal the ELO t-shirt. So it's getting warm here. Shall we do one more for now?
Yeah.
Because I've got a bunch of these. This one again is from the 70s. See a theme here.
See, I'm not old enough for most of these.
And I gotta stop it there because he says the name of the show.
Says the name of the show.
Next week, oh. I know, DB,
right? Quinn Martin production. Well, D. Bud Martin is absolutely correct that it is a Quinn Martin production show.
These are it's strange. These are older than I could possibly think of. So you're really much older than I thought.
Yeah, because I wasn't born till 80, so this shit's like, unless it was in syndication.
I want to say, I don't think it's Mannix, but
you're the soundtrack man, Tom. You know everything.
Yeah,
I normally do, but in these cases so far, you've been playing shows that are way out of my purview.
Today's clue for this one is the guy was an overweight detective.
Cannon.
Correct. Well played.
Now, somebody in the chat said it, I think.
They've been getting into the chat already.
Oh yeah,
cheat though.
FKHC 2005 said Cannon. Yeah. As in fired out of a. So.
What was that actor's name on Cannon? I don't even remember.
Conrad? Robert Conrad? Was it?
Robert Conrad.
Conrad.
No, that's
something Conrad.
Let me look it up. Robert Conrad was the guy on Baba Black Sheep.
Yeah. So a lot of those were from the 70s, but I do have older ones.
Yeah.
I was waiting for like the sci-fi stuff. I mean,
yeah, me too. I'm waiting for the theme from Land of the Giants, bro. Some Irwin Allen, please.
It's coming. I can keep going with these. I've got loads of them. Are we having fun doing that?
Always.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, we'll tell you what, we'll do some of the next ones because some of those are sci-fi or at least what we would call genre shows. Tom will definitely get this one because he played it for me recently on Mead Radio, the wonderful Mead Radio.
I don't mean I'll remember.
Purple would have got this one, but she's gone. It's written and performed by John Barry.
Shit, what was it?
William Conrad is the actor that played Shannon.
D-Bud Martin.
D-Bug knows.
Persuader or whatever it was.
All right, okay,
Oh, there
you
it
know
is,
what? Let me. I have to do something.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, I have to go. I ended my time here on a failure between like 74 songs you played in a row from 1930s that I don't know. So.
You see, this is culture. This is the problem with society today. Nobody knows the history.
Nobody watched this stuff.
You're uncultured casino now.
Yeah, we're gonna call you that from now on, culture.
He's gonna leave before I finish my unfinished play my unfinished Scottish montage. But,
wait, what is happening now?
I have an unfinished Scottish montage which I ran out of time to complete, but
What
I've got like a minute of it.
What is it?
Well, I'll play it now then.
Oh,
because I was hoping to have a full like 2 minutes worth of some of the crappiest bits of Scotland.
Oh.
Mixed with some of the best bits, but I ran out of time to finish it. But I can show you what I've got. This is and then there's everyone in the audience knows I love my montages. So this was
a montage.
Because everybody needs a montage. So let me just find it first. This was a draft. This was a draft of a Scottish montage I was trying to do, and as I say, I ran out of time. So I'll.
He just doesn't do training montages like Rocky. That's all.
I do not do training. You could train to this.
If it's no Scottish, it's crap!
This is Scotland at the time the temperature dropped.
We, on the other hand, are colonised by wankers.
The trouble with Scotland is that it's full of Scots.
Look at that tartan. Look at that tartan. The Bay City Rollers.
Let's get pissed! And your hands there. All you've got to
my body and you think I'm sexy. Come on, sugar, let me know.
3, 4.
It was Andy Stewart, the Scottish singer.
But I've just come down from the Isle of Skye. I'm nowhere big in the mouth for shy. The less you show when I go by.
Donald, where's your tunes?
Nights when we sang like a heavenly choir of the night, and the times of the frolicking time.
That hairdo was ahead of its time.
It was.
I think I can smell shite. Yes, I can definitely smell shite.
And that's as far as I got.
That's pretty good.
It was meant to be like double the I was finding all the corny shit I could find. So the funny thing about that is that at least 2 of the performers are English and 1 is Canadian. So Mike Myers is Canadian. Rod Stewart's English for all his Scottish affectations, born in England. And Paul McCartney is clearly English, but did own half of Scotland at one point. So,
right,
yeah, and that was
I
a
always
big.
thought the Bay City Rollers were from San Francisco for some reason.
No, they're firmly from Scotland. And in fact, when I was a young lad, I was told by my parents and my older siblings. My father used to have a gas station in a place called Portobello, which is near Edinburgh, and there was a garage, like a lock-up next door, and there was a band used to practice in it, and they were terrible. Apparently that was the Bay City Rollers.
Oh.
So I've heard them rehearsing, but I was only like 3-4 years old, so I don't remember.
Dude,
All I know is my eyes were hurting really bad from all the plaid on that stage. They really were.
Yeah, so I was going to try and find more of that kind of stuff, but I ran out of time. But the Rollers were interesting because they were massively successful in Britain, but they only had that one hit in America, which was Saturday Night.
Mm-hmm.
But they had tons of hits in the UK, and I hated them because my older sister loved them, and I was, I don't know, 7-8 years old, and I thought it was hardcore because I liked Status Quo and Slade and guitar stuff, and I hated the Bay City Rollers, and I was embarrassed about all the tartan. And I guess I was being a bit of a purist even at that age. Now I think it's quite harmless, it's good fun, you know. So Awesome One is definitely aging me rapidly. But thank you for being here, Awesome One, and thank you for your
Speaking of age, though, I do notice that about music and some other things, even movies and TV shows. Like stuff I hated when I was younger, I've come around to a little bit more, and it's like, well, it's not as bad as the new shit.
Right.
But sometimes same goes for some stuff I did enjoy. It's like, well, it didn't hold up too well either.
Yeah, I did the same thing, Tom.
There are some classic bands that now I don't think I would ever possibly listen to again. But that'll be a discussion for another time. Like I said, I'm going to step out. You guys, once again, happy birthday, my friend.
Thanks, buddy.
I know you're closing in on 100, but we appreciate that you've been with us this long.
Thanks, my friend, for being here. Thanks for all your support. I appreciate it very much, mate.
Hope to see you all again. And it's been a while since I've seen Martin and Courtney and Imperitus and Jed.
You're going to be yelling at parked cars later?
Yeah. Although I may not be yelling. I'm getting this sick. Whatever this sick is that's going around. I'm going to fight it off for 2 days. Well, I'm feeling it in my throat, in my head. Bad news. Hey, I see Wes out there in the chat. Shh.
Well, I sent Wes the link, so hoping he's coming in.
All right. Love you guys. Have a great one, and take care. Happy birthday.
Cheers,
love you, brother.
Thanks, brother.
Good to see you, Culture.
Unfortunately, I have to go as well because I have stuff I need to do here.
What?
So,
all right, Pope.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, I'm here alone this week, so I have to do a lot of the work myself. So,
well, thanks for being here, mate. Appreciate it, and we will see you again soon.
Yeah, if we don't see you on Friday, we'll see you.
Happy birthday! Good to see all you guys, and here's to 60 more, huh?
No, I hope so.
Yeah.
Although,
Hell yeah.
I'm not sure that would be a good idea given
Hey, we
degradation.
shoot for the moon. Only sometimes we hit London.
Hey, as long as somebody's holding me up, as long as someone's holding me up to pee, I'm okay.
You know what? It's all
Have a good
what's
one, guys.
inside, and you're definitely
Yeah,
a young heart.
Right, so we have another guest, and it's I guess it's the sexiest man on YouTube. It's the Love Doctor.
Hello, Doctor.
Wait.
Hello, Doctor.
Who ordered the male stripper? I'm here for the show.
Ruben, my friend, hang on.
Who are you?
My name is Pussy Galore.
I must be dreaming.
That one's for you, Ruben.
Yeah.
So if they're rewriting, hang on, let's get this straight. If they're rewriting Bond novels, does Octopussy become Octokitty?
Yeah, they're gonna totally screw that.
Yeah, they are.
If the book exists, I'm going to keep it, so I'm done.
Yeah. So
I've got my copies, so I have the originals.
thanks for coming on, Ruben. It's always a pleasure.
Oh,
to have you.
yeah. Because again, I want to say something here because I've known you for 2 years now, and you are a genuine gentleman. I appreciation for music. It's the most important thing. In these times, we are dealing with horrible events, but it's nice to take a respite and enjoy some time with someone that I consider a true friend, lover of music, lover of everybody here, who supports everybody. And you do that. You spend time you take the time with everybody, and I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me that you do that, So, and then all I have to say about that is, I played myself.
I got something to say about that.
Yeah.
Ruben, I think you are the most positive man on the internet. I have absolute awe for you.
Do you want to know why I'm so positive?
Attitude.
because every tear of pain and sorrow left my body officially last night. I still tear up. I still have cry. I understand now that I truly was in mourning for my life, losing everything. But now I'm here to celebrate you because you're a good guy, and let's have fun. That's all it is. It's about fun.
We're trying to have fun. I mean, I'm really boomering everybody by playing old shit they don't recognize, but you know.
But that's the whole point.
I recognize it usually.
I was going to say I recognize some of it.
I recognize it too, buddy. Yeah.
Well, this is good. Eclay culture cancelled the subscription.
You know, I went out and bought a bag of ice. I had a bag of ice. I got the drinks on here. I got everything ready here. I'm ready to party. I had to go to the doctor. I had to go get some tests done, and they're still unconclusive. But I'm here now to party. So let's do it.
Well, we all wish you the best, mate. We're rooting for you, and as I say, you are. If I could have a tenth of the positivity you do in your life, I would consider myself to be the most positive man in the universe. So. You are an example to us all, I have to say. So.
But then the truth is, you all are exactly like me. You're the ones that inspire me to do harder because you set the bar already. I'm trying to achieve what you've done. So hey, it's you all that inspire me. Remember that.
Well, maybe we're just caught in a spiral of inspiring. We're the Inspiral Carpets, I would say, perhaps, if I was to mention a band name. Anybody know that band? No, just me. They had a couple of really good hits, though. Maybe I'll call one up on YouTube later. So what we're talking about there, it's interesting about the stuff you hated when you were younger, or stuff you loved when you were younger that now you wouldn't listen to. I can think of multiple examples. One would be my older sister had an album by Art Garfunkel called Breakaway.
Mm-hmm.
And she played this thing to death. And I say, at that time, I was a little denim jacketed proto rocker. And I said, I don't want to listen to that. I hate that garbage. It's now one of my 5 favorite albums of all time. Like, it's a beautiful album, and I listen to it all the time. So there's an example. I don't know if you guys have got an example of that one thing you hated, but now you actually quite like. Courtney's going.
I do.
Courtney's got one.
I do for sure. Only studio, though, not live, but studio, the Grateful Dead. I absolutely couldn't stand them when I was younger. I became a punk rocker to spite my parents because I was taken to all
they were Deadheads.
Many Dead shows as a little kid and even in high school. But now I can appreciate like their studio stuff, and I actually danced at my wedding. Well, now like my wedding cares now I'm divorced, but I danced with my dad at my wedding to a Grateful Dead song.
Well, look at the bright side, though. Taking you to all that stuff, you got a lot of sleep. I mean, because like 6 hours of the Grateful Dead live would be like...
Bad joke.
I know that. I know in the circles we run in, myself, John, and probably Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, or maybe Ryan Kennel, we're into sports, and I know most of you aren't, but I know you like your hockey. For me, it's a guy named John Elway. I hated that guy.
Okay.
Couldn't stand him because he kicked our ass twice a year, every year. But you know what? I appreciate him now that he's retired.
Yeah, but his albums are still shit. His records
I hear
are
you.
still shit.
Well, 3 of his Super Bowls were complete shit. But, the 2 he finally won, I was actually rooting for him so he'd leave the damn league.
Yeah,
so he could quit getting our ass kicked by him,
Before we go into the next one, Eligabulus, thanks for being here. Always a great supporter of the channel. Is always in the chat. Has donated $10 Canadian or 3 Nuka-Cola caps, whatever you want to call them. 70s. This is better than Matt's stream when Nick Reiser is drunk, while Simple Comics slurring his words still sounds like a pro-Socratic philosopher. Pre-Socratic philosopher compared to everyone else. That's real. Comment of the day. Happy birthday. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. But yeah, it's I'm trying to get a little bit. I'm still into the old Glenn Grant here, so yeah, good one. Any other examples of things?
I used to hate Rod Stewart because my brother played it all the time.
Yeah,
but I've grown to like Rod Stewart now. So when I got older, so that's
it's interesting because it's like my siblings would play stuff and I hated it. They were 6 and 4 years older than me, and
Yeah.
it was enough. When you're 10, that's a big gap. So they would be playing shit. I'd be going, this is awful.
Yeah, my brother got me into Kiss and Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin, so I can't really, fault him for that. But he got in his kick when he was playing Rod Stewart all the time.
Well, Joe and I and Christian, we did the Rod Stewart stream.
Yeah.
And it only covered, for me, it covered the Jeff Beck group, Faces, and then the first 3 or 4 solo albums. After that, I think he went
very
disco.
commercial after that.
Very commercial.
Yeah.
But those albums are brilliant, and I do still love that stuff. And I maybe didn't like it as much back in the day, but I definitely grew to like that material later, especially stuff in the Faces, which were kick-ass rock and roll band. Rod Stewart and the Faces. So
Faces were good.
You just
they were
mentioned
great.
one, now that I remember it, John, Kiss. My brother thought that everything began and ended with Kiss. He was a devout member of the army.
Well, ended perhaps.
He treated it like Scottish stuff, If it's not Kiss, it's crap kind of thing. And yeah, I appreciate it more now, but I hated it back then because that's all he played.
Oh, hang on. And we must welcome another guest, our wonderful friend, the man with the golden larynx.
My fellow Irishman.
TC
What's up?
Karaoke.
Speaking of music.
Hey, CC.
CC, hey.
Glad to be here. And happy birthday.
What's up, man?
Good to see you,
Happy
buddy.
birthday.
Thank you, mate. Have you been out skiing at all today?
A little bit. I haven't seen the sun since December, though, so.
Oh. Yeah, you'll be getting that seasonal affective disorder that they get in northern Norway, where they throw themselves out into the fjords because it's just so dark.
It
You
happens.
need to get one of those lights.
Move Norway from trips.
It's funny because here in Alberta on the prairies, it's sunny as hell. Cold, but sunny.
Yeah. I've been in the summers and I've appreciated that. I was like, oh, hey, that's what the sun looks like. I totally forgot living on the West Coast all the time,
Yeah, but thanks for joining us, mate, and thank you for singing happy birthday to me last night. I was touched. Thank you.
Yeah, well, sorry for calling you not Canadian. Better off the spot.
For all my sins, I am a Canadian citizen.
Only a Canadian would apologize for that.
That's only
Yeah,
Canadian.
well, yeah, that's exactly
Well, you know
right.
the old joke, how do you get 100 Canadians to leave a swimming pool? You say, can you please leave the swimming pool?
It's true.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, it's true. Literally, it might actually work.
Yeah, they don't argue much. No, I guess on the question at hand, though, I can't think of. I mean, there's too many bands and some other songs and stuff that I could think of, but one that really stands out to me because I just utterly hated him with a passion, and now I've come around to being one of my more favorite actors was Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
Like when I was younger, I could not stand him. Like he was every girl was always fawning over him, and he was on every Teen Beat magazine, and it even pissed me off that he was in Critters 3 because I hated him so much. I quit watching Growing Pains because of him. Sorry, what was that, Courtney?
No, I'm just saying, man, those were his best years.
No, I know, but finally between Catch Me If You Can and The Departed, I'm like, fuck it. I like him now. I can't not like him. He's in all my favorite directors' movies. Like between Tarantino, Scorsese, and even Spielberg, it's like at this point I'm just gonna have to deal with him being around. And I just kind of came around to like him. Even Coppola put him in, I think something too, didn't he? Or not yet? I can't remember now.
I'm not
No,
sure.
he's
if
been wanting to
in
work with
anything
him.
by Coppola, but my favorite Scorsese movie is.
He was gonna
The
put him
A-
in Godfather 4, but yeah.
He was passed over for The Aviator, if you ask me. Friggin', he was great as Howard Hughes. Really was.
Sorry, just think. I didn't know he was in Growing Pains. You see, I've never seen that.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was in the latter seasons.
Adopted.
He came in. Yeah, you know when they always got to add a cousin Oliver to the show. He was their cousin Oliver.
Right. He must have been
What's he in Gilbert
12
Grape?
then or
Is it
something.
amazing?
Or was he like?
Gilbert Grape, I liked him in, but at that point, it was like I didn't really know who he was yet.
I feel you, Tom, because a guy you're all going to hate me for this. A guy I really didn't like early on was Nicolas Cage. I really didn't. I like the early movies he made. I thought he was just a dopey,
That's the whole
like-
conversation.
He did do some
film
weird
schools about this.
Yeah, and
he
then
did do
like,
weird voices at first. People forget that. Like his
Yeah.
first few roles, he did like these really weird voices all the time.
Like Peggy
But then
Sue
he-
got married and stuff
Yeah,
like
like
that.
what's the
Valley
deal,
Girl.
Peggy Sue?
Yeah. And then like 4 movies in, I went, no, actually this guy's fucking awesome.
Yeah, but you appreciate the fact that he didn't try to go on his name. He changed his name because he didn't want to be.
Yeah,
He wanted to be
Coppola.
on his own merit, and he's experimental. And that's what when people use the term hate, it's too lazy. It's something that the music that because again, I'm the oldest of 4 children. I'm a classically trained musician. That was where my base is. But I have eclectic tastes. My brothers listened to Headbangers Ball, heavy metal, my jazz. They studied it. They performed. My brother, both my younger brother, 2 younger brothers have released albums. I have released an album. But the one thing that caused me discomfort more was the pop mainstream that you turn the radio on now and you hear whenever that day would be. It is the pulse of what culture is. But again, to understand the culture where we are right now and how we can comment on it, we have to know what they're listening to. So I'm opening myself up to what's current. It's difficult to hear sometimes, but at least I'm trying to open my mind. And that's the whole idea. Starting that conversation with things that make you feel uncomfortable. And I'm doing that, and you get a clearer definition, and we can all come together and find some common ground and celebrate a good birthday like this.
Well, in your defense, the pop music today is not the same as it was in like the 80s.
It's not.
So,
No. Hell, I was listening to Wang Chung yesterday.
Yeah, but
right.
But anyways,
But I do want to know why it's that way. What's the reason? And it's the same reason that the films are the way they are. It's the same because again, it's who was Randy? I think not Randy Newman. Shoot, I can't remember his name. Oh my God, the guy who did Batman. Danny Elfman. Danny Elfman complains about temp music and the utilization of that is ruining music, and we know that because again, even before the Marvel stories were shit, the Marvel music is shit because there's no singable tune. It's all cookie cutter. We know that. We know the Avengers theme. We know Spider-Man theme, but they added that in from something that was back in the '60s. Where is the original music that inspires?
there's no one like that today, I don't think.
Nothing like that. Nothing like that. That's the whole point. That's the whole point.
What Ruben is referring to as far as like temp tracks, what that is when they do an early cut of a movie, they will take music that the director kind of likes and just puts it in the scene. And what'll happen is that over the course of that preliminary editing stage, the director will get attached to a piece of music.
Yeah.
So when the guy who's writing the music for the actual movie comes back and it's not exactly like he liked it, he's like, no, I want something like that. So there's been times where they've either had to mimic what it was, or they've gotten so frustrated that they'll tell the director to just go and buy that piece of music from the other artist, and that has happened. Now you've had where some writers have now been sued for plagiarism because they're basically copying somebody else's music, and their excuse is, well, what am I supposed to do when that's what the director wants? And literally, I just got to do what he wants on the screen, and that's where they, like I said, they've gotten frustrated to the point where they're just like, you know what, just go buy that piece of music.
So I know composers that are frustrated and having the same problem. So I have been in the culture war from that side.
There's that aspect of it, but the pop music thing is I think first and foremost, you have a very limited pool to choose from as far as what's in the official owned by a label anymore, because it's so easy to become an independent artist and make a living on your own anymore. There's no incentive for signing up for anything that the music industry has to offer you, just because they have the push to be able to make you a star. It doesn't matter any fucking more, because guess what, somebody on YouTube can make just as much money as Britney Spears because they're doing it all themselves and they don't have to deal with 12 middlemen taking all the money from them.
Right.
And then on the other end, you have, on the corporate side of things, you got 3 people writing all the music now. And what isn't the 3 people writing that music is all written by computers. And you actually have artists who are sampling stuff that was sampled before. So they're not even really aware of the shit that it was sampled from to begin with. They're just sampling something they heard as a kid that was already a sample. So you're getting a carbon copy of a carbon copy of a carbon copy.
Which is what we see
to us. We're just like, what the fuck is this noise? Because that's what it comes off as. And to
every
the kids,
other
half
hit,
the time they can't relate to it. And so that's why a lot of these older albums and stuff keep popping up on the charts, especially if there's a TikTok video that uses Fleetwood Mac or something like that. All of a sudden, they got another hit single again, or even Bohemian Rhapsody comes out and Bohemian Rhapsody becomes the number 1 single again for the 3rd time in history.
Because people are hungry
today
for
will never know.
good entertainment, regardless what it is, be it spoken word,
music today is written by
theater,
committee.
music, whatever.
I think it's also too very accessible. It's like you can get anything, find anything on the internet. So that takes away the appeal that like a lot of us have this closeness in our hearts to music because we had to go out and search for certain things. We'd actually go to the record stores.
That's why I think that vinyl is making a comeback, to be honest with you, Courtney. I don't think it's so much that people like it sounding better. Oh, of course, because they don't make any money anymore.
Vinyl's great because it's much easier to roll a joint on an album cover than
that, of course. There's no big difference. That's the only reason we liked them back in the day. Because trust you me, I'm sure Brian and several other music fanatics, even CC probably agree, the moment we heard the first CD, it was over. We're like, fuck this shit, and we throw those albums to the side. We're like, we don't care about that no more. We actually can hear it without
right?
Yeah, that's me.
I actually thought that was always part of the song, Tom, though.
But here's what I do. I go
beyond
what's going on right now because again, I am done complaining about it. So I am writing music of my own, and I'm going to put it out there. I'll put out some for free,
that's what
I will put out some to be performed. And if it is performed, it is. If it isn't, it isn't. It's done because I want to give my love, and Hessing is completely original.
Well, Courtney's not wrong that some people do like the aesthetic of it, of listening to an album on a record. But my point is I think people are trying to reattach themselves to the music somehow. Because think about what is different now compared to even the days of the CD. You don't have that album in your hand anymore, right?
No, when you get music, part of it,
you download it as an MP3. It's just fodder. There's nothing to it.
It's just
people want to have that connection to the music somehow. They love to be able to open up that album, look at all the liner notes, get to know the band. That shit is lost when it comes to digital.
I would lie in my bedroom with my headphones on. I was maybe 14 years old, listening to the album again and again, holding the sleeve and reading the inner sleeve notes. I would just lie there for hours doing that.
Because
I discovered a lot of bands.
You read in there
I
liner notes,
and
it tells you more of the story behind the music too.
I do want to just interrupt for a second to introduce Wes.
Hey, Wes.
Wes is here. Cool. Good to see you.
I was able to make it. Hey, Wes, what's up, buddy?
So Wes, you may probably have a view on this too. When we started off by talking about things that we used to hate in music when we were younger, and now we actually love them, like them. Did you get any of those?
Love? I don't know. I hated rap music when I was a teenager and a kid, and as time has gone on, I understand it more as an art form, and I think I kind of came to that as when I'm doing Conspiracy Chronicles, putting things together, music here, doing vocals there, and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I kind of understand it a little bit more as an art form, and some of it's better than others. I wouldn't say I love it, but I understand it now as an art form.
I think we had such
Graffiti
good
and over.
rap in back in the day, because you're around my age, Wes.
Yeah, well, I mean, it just seems to me the sampling and the talking over at the actual real musicians, that was like graffiti to me, and some are better at it than others. I think P. Diddy would represent the worst. Maybe Kanye West would be one of the better ones. But yeah, I mean, I understand it as an art form now. I wouldn't say I love it though.
Yeah. Thanks, Jen, for popping in. Thanks, Jen, for swinging by, and appreciate you being here. Enjoy the rest of your day. We did get another donation. This is from that millennial sock fan.
What was that, me?
And I'm trying to just figure out who that is. I should know probably. Hail, brother! Happy birthday! You've rocked around the clock an impressive number of times. Yeah. And you haven't even peaked yet. I'll try to drop in when you have room, so all will be revealed. That millennial sock for 20 Canadian dollars. That's 6 Nuka-Cola caps. So
check it out, man.
So sorry, Wes, interrupted you there, mate. Had to get those down.
No, that's okay. Tomatoes. Onions. I used to hate onions as a kid, but now I love onions. So,
Well, when you're talking about rap, I know our first exposure to it was Rapper's Delight back in the day. That one there.
Yes.
And it was something different. We'd never heard it before. But I'm like you, Wes. I never got into it much until I went through my first divorce and Snoop Dogg's first big hit record came out, and it was tailor-made for what I was going through, and I must have bought 2 or 3 cassettes of that and just wore it out partying.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, yeah, interesting conversation. We could do a whole show about that.
Yeah, you could.
But as far as like the death of vinyl, I mean, it's really sad because my stepmom, you know, when CDs came out, she had like all of these original presses of like Led Zeppelin albums and things like that, and she melted them down and made jewelry out of it.
Wow.
Whoa.
That would break my father's
Oh my
heart. He's got a
gosh.
2-story shed out back that's climate controlled, that's got his entire vinyl collection in it.
I bet
And
that's where he stores his porn too.
Yeah, right.
No, I mean, I was half joking about. I mean, I was joking mostly about actually tossing the shit, but no, like my parents, what killed me is they turned around and they sold their record collection before CD. They did it during the tape era.
Yeah, I did a lot of that too, though. I did get rid of some albums, and I had tapes. I had thousands of tapes. Then I got rid of those, and I got all the CDs. I wish I'd never got rid of those tapes, because some of them are things I don't have on any other format, even today.
Mm-hmm.
And some were recorded. They were like, you know, we did mixtapes, and people gave you tapes of concerts and stuff. And
Awesome one was just talking about that in the chat. I used to make a mixtape for every occasion, like for a road trip, for people, someone for their birthday. I have all these, well, not anymore, but I used to have all these mixtapes that boys gave to me. Like, I remember boyfriends from certain mixtapes. You know what I mean? It's like,
The mixtape, yeah, hell yeah, the mixtape. I named one the Hellion, and you guys know I'm an artist. I drew a picture of Thor standing on a cliff, swinging his hammer, you know, the classic circle of him swinging the hammer. His cape's all tattered. It's from an old Walt Simonson drawn comic book of Thor. And I named it the Hellion, and it was from me and a buddy just picking music. We were going to, heavy metal music, we were going to put on a tape, you know? And I wore that thing out. Yeah, mixtapes.
Another
awesome.
YouTuber, and I just kind of brought it back a little bit. Our buddy Tony Nassler, he wrote me. I mean, he made me a mixtape, and even like put the picture and everything on it. So we still kind of like, you can do it digitally. It's still not the same. I lost my train of thought with that though. So
yeah,
I still have the first. I still have the first 2 cassette tapes I ever bought. I kept them. It is these 2.
Dude,
nice.
I remember.
You know what's
those.
weird is my first record album was Michael Jackson Thriller.
Oh yeah.
But my first cassette was the La Bamba soundtrack. My first CD was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 soundtrack. So I clearly had a thing for soundtracks even then.
Yeah, I had a thing for soundtracks too, Dom. I had the one for Earthquake, Superman, Star Wars. I collected soundtracks. Jaws, anything by John Williams. I couldn't get enough of it because back then we couldn't see the movies. That VHS hadn't been invented yet, and that's how you relived it, by listening to the music of the film. You know.
I used to buy these. Music for Pleasure was the label, MFP, and I'd buy these, like they were maybe like a pound to buy, and it was your top 20 TV themes played by Jeff Love and his orchestra, because I liked TV theme stuff.
Yeah, they were covers, right?
Yeah,
I
covers
remember
of TV
those.
themes.
Yes,
I was even
absolutely.
playing. I've still got 2 of them, which is incredible. They survived.
Yeah,
They
it's
survived
like
years.
it'd have the theme from MASH, the Rockford Files, all these iconic
which
sounding.
is what made me think of it yesterday, because I was playing them. I thought, well, you know, let's get a few of these and ask people if they know what they are. I could do a couple more.
Go,
I
man.
do it.
And
I
I
do
do
a
a lot
question
also
for
just
channel,
in
too.
compilations in general. We've talked about that before. 70s.
Yes.
A lot of punk compilations back in the day were great. You found out a lot of bands.
Well, not just that. It used to be a way to, I was going to say, budget your, because that's the thing kids do nowadays, you know, you can just go out and buy an MP3. Well, yeah, you could buy singles back in the day, but good luck finding a single half the time of something you want that isn't a brand new top 40 song, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Like in that case, you had to go find the album or what have you, So sometimes, just sometimes, those compilation albums where you're saving grace. Because not only would you find like a song you've been looking for a while that you didn't really want to spend 10, 20 bucks on an album for, you know, that's the equivalent of what it was back then. That's not how much we paid, but that's the equivalent in inflation, basically. Like, you would just turn around and buy one of these compilation albums where you get a ton of hits on top of the one you were already looking for. Like Courtney said, you'd end up discovering some stuff that you never even heard before.
Yep.
You know, in the meantime, I love those.
That's
You know,
my album.
One of my favorites was always
Buy, like, the
Platinum and
single.
Platinum and Gold was a good compilation album that would come out.
Yeah, they made some good ones. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved compilations because they were cheap. They would do these music papers in Britain, like Record Mirror, Sounds, NME. You'd get a voucher and you could get the compilation for like £1. And these are tracks. If you bought every single, it would cost you maybe £10. But they were all like in new,
Right.
so it would be like 1980 new wave hits or 1979 British new wave of heavy metal, and you'd get that compilation vinyl for like £1, and it was great. You know,
You guys are going to laugh at this, but one of the best compilations you'll ever hear is on sports games. Bands used to compete to get on the Madden soundtrack. There are some songs that became hits just from being on that game, you know, and they had
the
really
Tony
good
Hawk
soundtracks.
Underground or Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
That's
game.
another one, yeah.
They
A
do that
lot of
with
video games like that.
GTA and a bunch of other games too.
Yep.
The same thing happens with cross promotion, where you have like the Bond films, how classic those songs are, and musicians clamor to try and get on that.
Yeah.
My first vinyl that was officially mine was the Flash Gordon vinyl from the movie. That
The
was
yellow album cover?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I have like 2 or 3 copies of it.
Yep.
That's the reason why I was so trying to get on that show the other day. That was my first vinyl record,
What
and
a
I was
great
like,
show
I
that
need
was.
to get
It
on
was.
that show.
We had a fun show there doing
Yeah.
Flash. I just wanted to thank once again E. Clay Thomason, who has donated another $5, which is it's like 3 Nuka-Cola caps, I believe. Happy birthday to my 9th favorite YouTuber, You Rock. I'm happy that I'm in the top 10. So that,
I mean, he
that's
took the time to
fucking
make a
awesome.
list. I mean,
Right?
Exactly. That's awesome. Thank you, E. Clay.
Can I say hi, Mitch?
Oh, Gordon's
That's
alive. You know, it's funny you should mention Gordon's alive.
Gordon's alive.
You know what I've come to appreciate in the last few years? Mashups. I love those Bill McClintock
yeah.
mashups.
Yes.
They're fucking awesome. Like this.
Dude.
Flash.
Those are amazing.
Echo.
My favorite one is I saw one of the Bee Gees and AC/DC.
Oh, that's
and it
great.
was
That one.
ass, man. Wow, it was
I'd love
awesome.
to be able to make those. That guy's so good.
Yeah, he is. It's fantastic.
So,
Right.
I know what I
made a-
wanted to do. I know what I'd like to do with your indulgence. So in the opening montage, of those who remember watching it an hour and 40 minutes ago, I had some Monty Python because I'm a huge Monty Python. I grew up with Monty Python. There was a couple of other movies in there with Monty Python, but I'm also an enormous fan of certain other comedy shows. I just didn't have time to fit them in there. And one of them is an Irish show. God forgive me, diddly 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 potatoes, called Father Ted. Has anyone ever seen Father Ted here?
My mom made me watch it.
Father Ted's awesome.
It's about 3 priests on Craggy Island, which is away on the west coast of Scotland, Island, probably supposedly, and like it's just the funniest thing ever. I'm going to play my favorite Father Ted clip for your delectation. So,
Go, man.
So here we go.
Gobshite.
Yes, gobshite. Feck. Here we go.
It's not quite living, but I'm not
So
positive.
this is,
I think
if
it's where
you've
I'm
never
from.
seen Father Ted, this is a little snippet of the madness.
Here we are, Father. It's a beautiful day out.
Me arse.
Would you like it manual or automatic, Father?
Automatic, I think. It's a nice day. Might as well take it easy. That's right, Dougal. You take your time.
There, enough.
That's automatic. It gets
Well,
better.
Father, I never thought we'd have anyone like her staying here.
Oh, Miss Clark. Yes, it's very exciting, isn't it? A famous novelist here.
You've never read any of her books, have you, Father?
Actually, I'm a bit of a fan. That's where I was the other day, at her book signing.
Well, I'm very surprised to hear that, Father. I didn't think you'd like that sort of thing. I read a bit of one of them once. God, I couldn't finish it. The language, unbelievable.
It's a bit gritty, but that's the modern world, Mrs. Doyle.
Well, it was a bit much for me, Father. Feck this and feck that.
Yes, Mrs. Doyle.
You big bastard. Oh.
I'm getting copyright warnings, so if we get cut off, just stick around.
Dreadful language. You big hairy arse. You big fecker. Fierce stuff. And of course, the F word, Father. The bad F word. Worse than feck. You know the one I mean.
Yes, I do, Mrs. Doyle.
F you. F your effing Y. Oh, I don't know why they have to use language like that. I stick this effing pitchfork up your hole. Oh, that was another one. Oh, yeah.
I see what you mean, Mrs. Doyle.
Bastard this and bastard that. You can't move for the bastards in her novels. It's more to all bastards.
Is it, Mrs.
You
Doyle?
bastard,
Anyway.
you fecker, you bollocks. Get your bollocks out of my face.
Yes, you just go and prepare for the nuns.
Ride me sideways was another one. Here we are, Father.
The
Okay,
last,
I'm gonna have to find I have a question to ask. I didn't know Karen was Irish. Name?
I know, but the last where she's going out. I mean, wait, I hope we didn't get killed there because it is.
No, we're still.
The last
I
line
do
was
have
just,
to run
she,
here,
she
Brian.
goes, ride
so-
me sideways.
Yeah, ride me
I just-
sideways.
I just want to say
totally-
happy birthday, Brian. I do got to run. I'm really, really, really sorry.
No,
so.
Tom, buddy, I really appreciate you being here, mate. You're my brother. Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Love you.
Well, happy birthday. I'm
Nice.
glad to see you reach like 99 or whatever it is your age is.
It was 42.
Methuselah in training, 999.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
That's
so
a
you're
good
almost
band.
as old as Yoda.
I am, but, and equally wizened, I think.
And about the right height, too.
Yeah.
No, that's
Aw.
nice.
It was good seeing y'all again, and happy birthday, Brian. I'm sure I'll see you tomorrow, if not sooner. So,
Yeah.
All right.
Take care,
See you,
Tom.
Tom.
Good to see
Take
you.
care, guys.
Bye, Tom.
See ya.
Bye, Tom.
We are still up, I hope.
We are.
Yeah, we are. I'm
Okay, because I got
looking at
some
it right
warnings now. But that show, Father Ted, if you've never seen it,
It looks great.
seek
Yeah.
it out. It's hilarious. That's just a tiny snippet of it. It's mental, and it's these
Feck.
three
Yeah.
priests. One's an old drunk, one's a young idiot, and the other's the middle-aged guy there who's always got some money things going on. No, the money's resting in my account. You know, it's and the house keeper there, and it's you would think, well, what could be funny about that? It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Are you a bigger fan of the Monty Python movies or the Flying Circus?
Oh no, I love all of it. I mean,
yeah.
Like if someone was to say to me, "What is your favorite Monty Python sketch?" I'd say the argument sketch.
The argument, yeah, that's a good one.
Is this the right room for an argument? I've told you once. No, you haven't.
Right.
Yes, I have. And then that is to me is
That's
the
hilarious.
peak.
My favorite one is
perfection.
it gets confused a lot. It's a Special Olympics one, but it's not the one with the twits. It's not that Olympics. It's the other one for like handicapped folks. They couldn't do it today. I mean, they get riddled for it. The one, they had the 500 meters for people with no sense of direction. They shoot the gun off and they all scatter at the line instead of running straight. It's the marathon for people with weak bladders, and they keep the league keeps changing because they're running in and out of the woods.
I do
Go
love
take a
the
leak. It's
The
hilarious,
movies
yeah.
are great, though. I mean, the movies allowed them to do certain things they couldn't do on the TV shows. I like The Meaning of Life, where the guy's getting he's condemned to death for crimes, and he chooses his form of death. He's being chased by topless women over a cliff.
Yeah,
this is
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
music too from Monty Python. I don't know about it. It's like catchy
and
that stays in your head forever.
Yeah, and the songs were great. And
Yeah.
but the record, I've got all the vinyl albums, and there's stuff on those that are not on anything else. And there's the Philosopher song, where they're all drunk.
Yeah.
Immanuel Kant was a real pissant. He was very rarely stable. I Digger was a boozy beggar. He can drink you under the table. David Hume cannot consume Schaffenauer and Schable. And Liechtenstein was a beery swine. Blah 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 blah. And then Aristotle was a bugger for the bottle. Hobbes was fond of his dram. René Descartes was a drunken fart. And that's the Australian philosopher song, because it's set in an Australian unit. The sketches.
But it's so brilliant,
Australian
the way that it
University
tells the
and
story.
philosopher department and sheep dip.
But you got to give credit to the classic, the way they construct the song, make it entertaining, telling a story, a real good story, a real thing, a lesson to be learned.
Oh
and
yeah,
it delivers.
It does. Do you deliver? Well, that's a different joke entirely.
Yeah.
Right, I want to do some more TV themes.
Go, man.
Is anybody up for that?
Always.
Because
Go,
I got
Ninja,
1,
go,
2,
Ninja,
3,
go.
4, 5. I got about 8 left, so we've got to do them. Because
Go,
it
man.
took me at least 2 minutes to prepare them.
Damn it.
Right, this is an easy one. Tom would get it.
I know it. I just can't think of it.
Don't know. Clueless.
Sounds familiar.
I know this, and I just can't. I know it. Too.
One man show beat everybody to it. And
Yeah,
the
I see it.
Lord
Yeah, I had it on my.
It is the Avengers, the proper
That's what I thought, the
Avengers.
Avengers.
It was like.
Yeah, I never saw that one.
Not
That's
that
what I was
Avengers
thinking,
shit.
but I wasn't 100% sure.
I saw the movie they made out of it with Uma Thurman and
Yeah,
Ray
well, the
Fiennes,
TV
but,
show with,
yeah.
especially the episode with Diana Rigg in the what we would call webbing.
That was my
with the yeah
Diana Rigg.
Honor Blackman, Diana Rigg.
She was a
come
dish, no
next
doubt.
Next time I'm going to blurt it out.
on. Well played, one man show.
One man show got it. Yeah, you did.
Let's try this. This is a good one. Let's see how. Jade will get this. This is a nerdy, really nerdy
If
one.
I don't, I'll kick my ass.
It's getting there. Come on, Jade.
My mind went blank. I know it.
It's a British show.
Yeah, I know. It's on the
We
tip of
have
my
featured
tongue.
puppets.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's,
Oh, that.
Thunderbirds.
Correct. Thunderbirds.
Yeah, I was like,
Alright.
I was like, it starts with a T, and I was like, what the?
My favorite show when I was about 5-6 years old, Thunderbirds.
Thunderbirds
Yeah.
are go.
And then all of a sudden, the minute I was like, "Wait, it's Thunderbirds," just as he said it, I was like, "Oh."
Now I
Brain
think
fart right there.
just before we do a couple more. Oh, I did send you the right link, Darius. But yeah, Darius is who should be on the panel with us right now. Has donated $5 Canadian, which is like 2 maple leafs.
Excellent.
And I don't know where that's going. Hang on, there we go.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Thought
that's
that
not
was
it.
an easy one. I should have got that one right away.
Sorry, Darius. I'm trying to copy it and paste it in here. Thunderbirds was a fantastic show. Jerry and Sylvia Anderson.
Yeah, it
and
was.
We went on to make Space 1999 amongst many other shows.
Mm-hmm.
I won't
That
take
was
it
one of
personally.
the things that popped into my head. I was like, "That's not Space 1999. That's the other show." And I was like, "Come on."
So
I really need to
Darius,
track down the anime remake of Thunderbirds for you, 70s.
Yeah,
it's great. I love Thunderbirds and
Thunderbirds
Captain Scarlet.
2086 it's called.
Captain Scarlet, Joe 90, all the same
Supercar.
makers. Supercar.
Mm-hmm.
Fireball XL5.
Yep.
All these shows were brilliant. I won't take it personally if you don't send me a direct link to your birthday bash. Well, I will right now. Although, yeah, my boy is all grown up already. Bible thump. Thank you, Darius.
Yeah, I know.
My brother.
Space Knight. That's why I know. Yeah, that's why I knew it wasn't that. I was like, but they were made by the same person. But I was like, what? That?
Let me just send Darius. I'm pretty sure I sent it to him, but I'm going to send it to him again.
You're a big fan of
Darius, I thought, is indeed that millennial sock fan. So,
I've got to ask you on your 60th birthday, though. You're a big fan of vinyl.
I am.
Did you ever roll anything with the inner sleeve to Big Bamboo? You don't even know what I'm talking about.
Big Bamboo's Hall & Oates.
No. Big Bamboo is an album by a comedy troupe of two, Cheech and Chong. And it was a rolling paper.
Yeah. Now I'm with you. Sorry, yeah. I forgot about that. I thought Big Bang Boom, that's a Hall & Oates album.
You were talking so much about comedy and the fact that you had those songs on
Cheech
vinyl.
and Chong were great. I mean, I remember
they were great. This is the deal. Their movies suck compared to their albums. Their albums are just awesome.
My introduction to them, because my older sister had them, was the song Basketball Jones.
Basketball Jones, yeah.
That was my introduction to them, and I loved that song. It was actually a hit single
it was.
In the UK.
Basketball Jones.
I remember on band trips, they used to play Chicken Chong album in the back of the train, the back of the bus.
Yeah.
Back of the bus was a bad.
That's right. Babu back there.
Dave's not here.
Dave's not here.
I love that.
I can relate to that band trip thing. That was a funny comment.
Oh yeah, Dave's not here. Right, let's try another one. This is an American one, so if you don't get this, I'll be very disappointed. Go, Ruben.
Is it the oh my god, it's Mission Impossible stuff and
you're close.
Get Smart.
Man from Uncle. Who said Man from Uncle?
Yeah, his uncle.
It's the Man from Uncle.
Brahma said it.
Yeah.
I would just
Smart too.
Just as I said it, he said it too.
It's the Man from Uncle, and I think that one might have been maybe Lalo Schifrin as well.
Yeah.
Well, I knew it wasn't
Man
Get
from
Smart,
Uncle.
that's for sure.
No, Get Smart.
I knew
has
it wasn't
the-
Mission Impossible.
Because Mission Impossible is dun dun dun
Yeah.
dun dun dun.
All three
dun,
have
dun,
separate,
That was the Man from Uncle again, starring a Scotsman, of course, David McCallum, as a Russian. But
It took me 30 seconds to get it though. So we got it at the same time. Got it.
You're never going to get the next one then, because you're all old and knackered. But no, that's me. Well, this is a Western as well, but you'll never get this one. You'll especially never get it as you can't hear it. Because if you can hear it,
It's an easy way to stop
it, you'd have a half a chance of getting it. Hang on. Let's try it again. No. Boomer! No, it just took a while to get to the...
Oh, I know this.
No, it's not the Rifleman. It's not the Rifleman.
Oh wait, that wasn't the Rifleman.
It was a long-running American Western, though. Starring later years, starring Doug McClure.
It's not Paladin.
Yeah, and it's not. Well, Have Gun Will Hire?
Not Bonanza.
No.
It's not Have Gun Will Travel.
Brahma Bull's got it. Brahma got it. The Virginian.
That's not Gunsmoke, because Gunsmoke
Well
has
played,
different-
Brahma.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't Bonanza. That's why.
Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah, I was like,
Bonanza,
that's
'cause
not Bonanza. 'cause
Bonanza's a very recognizable
it's
one. This
dun,
one
dun,
less
dun,
so.
dun, 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 dun,
That's why he's picked all these guys to stump you.
Doug McClure was in this, and then he went on to make all those B movies like, what was it, Journey to the Center of the Earth or Land of the Giants and all that stuff, yeah. Which I went to the cinema to see all those. So. But Virginia was hugely popular in the UK. This now here's if nobody gets this, I'll be very disappointed. We've got 4 left. Here we go.
You should have us guess before you play it.
You should, yeah.
Battlestar Galactica.
Correct. Well, the fastest get of the day.
Everybody knows that one.
I loved the shit out of that show.
Yeah.
Today. I was like 15. Loved that.
I
show.
was like, I think 3 or 4. I'm not sure.
I was 7 or 8. 7 when it came out.
Or 8. What year did it come out? 79?
78.
78.
Okay, then
so
I was 8.
I was 4 in that year.
I was 4. I was 4.
I was 10. I was 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was not.
I remember it though.
No idea for you.
But I
You
was
should
so
take, like,
excited when that came on
You should
TV.
take songs and play like the first note and see if people can get them. Like more popular songs. That would be a good show idea for you. Do like a little game.
We'll if I can, I mean, there's a little bit prep for that, but I could do that. I'd like to do that. Yeah.
Like 8 songs. Like some of them
We'll have
people
an
can get with like the
entire-
first 2 notes. You know.
Yeah, Courtney, we'll talk about that. We'll have an entire It's Only Talk and Roll with. Well, we'll do that. We'll just play snippet of a song.
Name that tune.
Name that tune. Yeah. Hang on. Okay, so excuse me. We've got 3 more. 3 more to go. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure nobody else has tried to pop in to the stream because Darius hopefully will join us. Okay, let's try this one. This is another. We'll tell you now. It's another British one.
Prisoner.
No, not the.
Oh wait, no, that's not the prisoner.
Prisoner's too obvious.
Yeah, I know.
The Saint.
The Saint.
Who said the Saint?
The Saint.
Yeah.
Well,
I was
Ruben got it before I did.
Simon Templar, Roger Moore. The
yeah.
Saint.
I got a little bit too anxious because it started to sound. I was like, wait, no, that's wrong. It's the Saint.
Yeah, it's close, but not quite. And I think Southern Viking had it. One Man Show had it. Gumby Spawn had it. And thanks for the meme, Gumby Spawn. Appreciate it. Orange Man Bad.
Saint was badass.
Also
I love that show.
The Saint is great, and you can
Saint
watch them
was
all for free on Plex and stuff like that. They're all
Yeah.
for
Here's the
free.
question: did you like the Val Kilmer film?
It was okay.
Yeah.
Didn't dislike it.
It wasn't
I
as good
didn't
as a
dislike
series, but
Yeah,
I mean, it was all right.
So we are going to have to show some at this point before we do the final 2. There has been some meme activity. I didn't realize that.
Oh man!
That's because I put your birthday thing out on the
So
internet.
let's check those out. Hang on, I get that in the. So.
Yeah,
first of all,
Oh God!
It's classic.
Oh
my God.
That is awesome.
Monkey Jeebus
that is the best.
Yeah,
That is amazing.
I saw another one he did with that. That's a good one.
Well, we did the other one earlier with sheep. No, yeah, there's the life of
That's a
Brian.
nice one right there.
You don't need to follow anybody. Yeah.
Who's that Welsh bint, as his mother said? Who's that Welsh tart? Who? My lads.
Nice.
I think see Brahma on there. I think so.
Oh Lord.
That's really good. Gumby again. But anyway, if we flip up here, I think there might be another one.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Check it out with the glittering chest hair. Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Your mother likes it.
There can be only one. Well, I think I have a video for that.
Can be only one.
Maybe I don't have it. Yeah, I had it in the montage though.
I just showed Sin Highlander on Saturday for the first time.
Really?
She watched it for Highlander for the first time on Saturday.
It's the quickening.
So, she loved it.
Oh God, that's a Monkey Jeebus.
Dude. Yikes. Check him out. Oh man.
So yeah, that was some meme. Thank you everybody for doing those. It's weird to see yourself in some of those. So we have 2 more themes, 2 more Boomer themes. This one is the 12-inch single version of this theme, which I have the vinyl copy of. So it might take a bit to get going, but.
Miami Vice. My favorite cop show ever.
That
was easy.
Hans Zimmer, when nobody knew who he was.
That's right,
That's
Hans
right.
Zimmer frame, yes.
Bueno, yeah.
What was
too
Jan
easy.
Hammer?
Jan Hammer, yes.
Was it Jan Hammer? Why did I
Jan
say
Hammer.
Yeah.
But
Jan
man,
Hammer.
dude, Sonny Crockett, he treated bullets like
He worked-
Lay's potatoes chips.
worked
He couldn't
with-
have just one.
Yeah,
it was
worked
always
with
2 or
Jeff
3.
Beck. And see, I had to throw an easy one in because they've all been so difficult. So, right, it's back to the 70s for the last one. This is your last chance to take home tonight's prize of nothing.
So you get a no prize.
You got nothing.
I've known none of these so
You
far.
get nothing. Cece, you know them all, really. You know.
Well,
Martin's
I'm
been
aware
quiet,
of them,
though.
but
Martin's
they
been
were
very
before my
quiet.
time. I wasn't even born yet, right?
I think Martin knows them all. He's giving us all a chance. He's probably not even still here.
Do it.
Right, the last one, 1970s. Go.
Barnaby Chuck.
Rockford Files.
Oh no! Fuck.
Who said Rockford Files first?
Rockford Files.
I
We have a tie. We have a tie.
Oh, it was Rockford. I was like, Barney. What? Wait, no. Fuck.
It's a
So
great
that
theme
was
song. That's one of
today's-
the great theme songs of all time.
Yeah, Dad loved that song.
I recorded that on my father's reel-to-reel tape recorder off the TV. I held it up to the speaker, the microphone, and recorded that theme and played it again and again afterwards on a reel-to-reel tape recorder.
Did the
It was a
same
top 10.
damn thing. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Mhm.
First season Rockford Files, yeah. Things did change a bit, but
Yeah,
so
it was like.
hope you enjoyed those.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Yes.
awesome.
Hey,
Very
Brian.
cool.
Yeah.
I used
Can
to.
you guys still hear me
Martin?
now?
Yeah.
Sorry, Martin.
No.
Yep.
Continue, Courtney. After Courtney.
Courtney, my dear.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I
Go ahead.
Okay, I had to switch out. My headphones died, so I was just
Okay.
wondering
Yeah,
if these
we
ones
hear you.
work.
I used
Brian,
to watch the
I
Rockford
have to
Files
go.
with my grandfather.
I've been enjoying this, like you have no idea. And man, wow, have a very, very, very happy birthday.
Thanks,
And I'll see
Martin,
you
buddy. I
tomorrow
appreciate you
in
being
the
here, and
show,
I'll see you tomorrow morning. Thanks,
See you in the
Martin.
morning, Martine.
It's been a pleasure to be with all of you. You don't know, but I follow most of you, and I really enjoy your content. And I've been in silence because I've been in awe all the afternoon.
We love you,
So,
Martin. Hope you feel
Take
better.
care, Martin.
See you, man.
You're,
See you
thanks,
later.
Martin,
Have a
buddy.
good
I
night,
really
Martin.
appreciate you being here, mate. We'll see
Get
you
some
tomorrow,
sleep, man.
brother.
Martin,
Cheers. But Darius has joined.
Happy birthday!
Birthday to you.
Well, we've got to sing now. Happy birthday.
happy birthday. Happy birthday. Wait,
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brian. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
You gotta
Thank
do the
you,
Beatles.
everybody.
You gotta
I
say
think
it's
that's
your
our best
birthday.
rendition of Happy
Na, na,
Birthday
na,
ever.
na, 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 na.
I've
My
only got
birthday
one
to
thing
you.
to say to that.
Take him to Detroit. No! No, not Detroit! No! No, please! Anything but that! No!
But also, I do thank you all.
You have our gratitude.
All right,
Thanks,
Dr. Khan.
guys. So, and thank you everyone in the chat. It's been incredible amount of people here in the chat. Bungalow Logic has joined us. Thanks.
We love you, guy. That's why, man.
Well,
Yeah, dude.
We love you, Brian.
I see him getting red in the face now. It could be the whiskey, of course. But, so that was not a bad quiz. We must do the one note and guess the song quiz. That would be fun. But then I can pick some really obscure shit you're never going to know. So
CC would know it.
CC would know it. Yeah, he would sing it. In fact, that would be his challenge. Would be to sing the rest of the song from that one note. So, yeah. Well, I've got one more little clip I wanted to play, and then we'll probably again it's copyright. We'll get copyrighted up the yin yang. Another
You're trying to
comedy.
get booted.
Talk
We know
over
what's
it,
up.
then.
Another comedy show that I didn't have in the montage that I absolutely adore and is pivotal to me in the things I like is Blackadder.
Oh, I always love Blackadder.
So I've got a little clip of Blackadder season 4, which was just a magnificent piece of television. If you've never seen the ending of that season, where they go over the top of the trench and it's actually very emotional, you know, when they show the field of poppies at the end. I mean, what a way to end a show! But
Yeah, but it's a true statement.
but for a comedy show to end it like that was just incredible. But this is from Blackadder season 4. We'll see how much of this we can get away with. This is the late great Rick Mail as Captain Flashheart, crash landing in the trenches with them. So I wanted to show a bit of this because I do love this show so much.
Eat knuckle, Fritz! Ugh. How disgusting! A Bosch on the sole of my boot! I shall have to find a patch of grass to wipe it on. Probably get shunned in the officer's mess. Sorry about the pong, you fellows. Trod in a Bosch and can't get rid of the whiff.
Do you think we could dispense with the hilarious doggy-doo metaphor for a moment? I'm not a Bosch. This is a British trench.
Is it? Oh, that's a piece of luck. Thought I'd landed sausage side. Ha! Mind if I use your phone? If word gets out that I'm missing, 500 girls will kill themselves. I wouldn't want them on my conscience. No, they ought to be on my face. Hi, Flash out here. Yeah. Cancel the state funeral, tell the king to stop blubbing. Flash is not dead. I simply ran out of juice. Yeah, and before all the girls start saying, oh, what's the point living anymore, I'm talking about petrol. Woof, woof! Yeah.
I mean, Flash was only he was an occasional character, but hilarious when he came in. Sorry, Courtney, what did you say?
Is that the guy that played Vivian in The Young Ones?
It is. That is Will Neal.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Totally
I love
different
the Young
character, of
Ones,
course.
too.
I'm getting the copyright warnings, but screw them.
Yeah, I dumped the kite on the proles, so send a car. General Melchit's driver should do. She hangs around with a big knob, so she'll be used to a fella like me. Woof, woof!
Look, do you think you can make your obscene phone call somewhere else?
No, not in half an hour, you rubber desk Johnny! Send the bitch with the wheels right now, or I'll fly back to England and give your wife something to hang her towels on.
Woo!
Oh, yeah. Okay, dig out your best booze and let's talk about me till the car comes.
I love that.
Yeah, I'll probably have to stop at that point, but the best bit is when the driver arrives and he says something about he says something sexist. That's everything he does, and Blackadder says, "Oh, so much for the suffragette movement." The suffragette movement, and he says, "Oh, I've got nothing against women's lib. I think every woman should chain themselves to a fence and suffragette movement from me."
Come on, it's a bedpost.
Oh, man.
Easy.
You just made me just. All I thought of
always carry handcuffs with you. That's why.
So again,
you mentioned the young ones, man. As soon as I heard that, I was like, he was Vivian. I was the one line I always remember from that show was whenever, I can't remember which, I think it was the guy with the spiked hair and everything. He said, "So, Mrs. Vivian, how come you gave your son a girl's name?"
That's right. That was Adrian Edmondson's character with the spiky, the punk. I loved that show, and they had some great music acts on it as well. Motorhead were on it, and the Damned.
Motorhead, yep.
Like
Oh,
yeah, they had
the
some
Damned
good
were on
bands
it.
on there.
Madness, bands like that.
That was always my favorite character.
Our house
Yes, me too.
in the
But
middle of
to welcome
I love the
my
young
brother,
ones, man.
Oh,
Mr.
it's the hockey
Brown.
bro.
Happy birthday. How you doing?
Hi, bro.
Pretty good, mate. Good to
Hey.
see you. It's nice
Yeah.
to see you looking relaxed.
Yeah, just got off work, threw on the jacket, came out here, and figured I'd say hi before I run out of time before yelling at parked cars. But definitely wanted to get by today and say hi and happy birthday to you.
Thanks.
Glad
Well,
I've gotten to
appreciate
know you in the last year, and glad we've got our show.
Oh, likewise, mate. Yeah, we have the greatest show, everybody. If you've not gone to see it, we have a hockey show, Bourbon and Boarding, where we drink and show people fighting each other on the ice and occasionally scoring goals.
Yeah.
And Brian gets taken down at least 3 or 4 times every Saturday night, and my stream goes fine.
Apparently showing,
gay, you know.
apparently showing 10-second clips of hockey fights that are available all over the world on
Right,
Twitter
and they're taking you
YouTube.
down for it. It's just dumb.
It's so dumb.
I think
I
it's just
don't get
'cause it's because the NHL is in the East and we support teams in the West. That's the conspiracy. Right?
As your
That-
birthday present, I'm going to let you keep first place in the division until Saturday when we take you down at 1:30.
Yeah, that's not a birthday present. That's a threat. Hey, we managed to break our fight. The Dallas Stars, for those who don't know, is my team. We managed to break the 5-game losing streak by a shootout win against Vegas. So,
Which
we're
means you
back,
got
baby.
through overtime for once.
Yeah.
and we won.
Yeah.
Post regulation. Yeah. That was a fun. If it hadn't been for the tension, that would have been a fun game. The Vegas goalie made the most incredible save in overtime, which we're going to have on our show on Saturday night.
I
It was
saw
just
that one.
an amazing save, yeah. But yeah, thanks for coming in, brother. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
You know, at least they're not like the Coyotes where we have out here where they're 7th. So, like...
I like that stack of hardback Dune novels you got behind you there, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, got the whole set back there.
Yeah, very cool, man.
Snowdub, thanks for being here, buddy. I think we're probably going to go for another 10 minutes or so, 10, 15 minutes. I got other things to head on to tonight. But
it's your birthday, yeah, I'm sure.
They say it's my birthday. We're going to have a good
Happy birthday to you.
So, Darius, my friend, what have you been up to? Haven't seen much
a bit of this, a bit of that.
Bit of that.
Bit of this.
Leave it at. Leave it at. Well, it's good to see you too, brother. But so yeah,
I was trying to get in, but I thought, it's Melon has still not fixed the problem. They're just asking me the same questions over and over. I sent them screenshots, whatever.
Well, we've had the same problem with John and Imperitus
and my sound doesn't work. My voice doesn't work every single time I come in. I have to unplug things, I think, now and plug it back in for it to work.
Well, that's
not
never
had a did anybody hear something there? I just heard a kind of.
Yeah, that was by request, Jed.
I never have a problem.
That's a feature, not an error.
That's right. That's a feature. Not yeah, well, we'll get it sorted. Don't worry. But yeah, so I just wanted to share with you a couple of things I did get for my birthday, which is I'm going to make myself bigger. My daughter sent me these things, which is she knows I need more exercise.
Dude,
nice.
Cool.
Yes, yes.
That's cool.
I particularly like the section for non-humans at the end, which has got various.
Is it Klingon, Romulan, Vulcan?
Yeah, various things like the Gorgon floats, which is basically killing the entire humanity 10 times or something. But she also knows my eyesight's not what it used to be, so she sent me this as well, which is the. Waldo?
Where's Waldo with
That's
Spock?
awesome.
That's cool.
Hey, do you have any of the old Leonard Nimoy vinyls?
I don't.
Albums?
I wish I did.
I used to have a couple. I used to have. Well, I don't remember what they're called, but I remember the pictures of them. Never mind.
I wish. No, I'd love to have those. You could probably buy reissued, remastered copies for.
I had the one that had
$50.
Bilbo Baggins on it.
Oh yeah.
That's what I had. That okay. That was one of them.
I
have
still
you got
have
the?
that on my record
Have you
collection.
got the William Shatner ones?
I'm a rocket man.
Man.
Flying so high.
Burning.
There's something on the wing. Something.
Lucy in the sky with diamonds.
I had a friend do the Shatner Rocket Man at karaoke before.
Oh, that would be funny.
You got to do
You've done great things on
a
karaoke.
duet of Shatner and Walken together.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Me and Tom tried that for the Christmas album, but he took out the Shatner because he liked the Walken just by itself. But it was the song was originally
But it should be a duet.
Walken and Shatner duetting.
That cleaves it because you can do the whole use a video of like David Bowie and Bing Crosby and just mix it up, Change the faces and you got it right.
We'll do it at some point, definitely.
Yeah, I know.
Bramable has by far the best Christopher Walken impression, and I've seen a bunch of them because I make him do it on my show. He's the best.
Oh, he's great. I actually want to get him doing. Somehow I want to get him into the Fatboy Slim Weapon of Choice video.
The Weapon of Choice video.
I want you in that video.
With Walken dancing all over the place.
Brahma, tell comics and talks. If you released a comedy album of just do the highlights of Dick's Division for an hour and put it out as an album, it would sell.
We're working on doing the Christmas thing as an actual album, so
Perfect.
we'll see.
It's an interesting idea.
Dan Bass did it. Chrissy Mayer did it, and again, I know it would sell like hotcakes. It would trend like it's like. I think
it's the music copyrights that are the issue at the moment. So
That is.
I just thought of something. But, you guys on the parking, yelling at parked cars thing. He uses the Joy Division thing, and I'm wearing a Joy Division shirt. And you just can't see it very much. The Japanese version.
I did tell you my Joy Division story, didn't I? I saw them on the 1979 tour with the Buzzcocks.
Oh my!
And of course, they
I'm
didn't
not
really, because a year later, Ian
And
Curtis
Courtney
is
turns
dead.
green.
So
from
I
the
saw them
envy.
supporting the Buzzcocks in 1979.
I love both of those bands so much. You have no idea, especially the Buzzcocks.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what do I get? Like, oh my gosh, there's so many good songs.
And I saw them a couple of times, but it's just the fact that because Ian Curtis died, that was it. So I was lucky enough to see them on one of the few tours they ever did, and supporting the Buzzcocks. Just, you know, I've done a couple of things in my time.
That just did something to like my heart. Jealousy.
I've still got the ticket.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, that was interesting era, the late 70s, early 80s, because there were so many gigs, and I finally was old enough to have a bit of money and able to go to stuff and travel to stuff, and saw so much stuff. Just incredible. All different kinds of music.
Did you tell me you saw Teenage Head?
I have never seen Teenage Head.
You never
Canadian
got to,
band, though, aren't
someone
they?
else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teenage Fan Club, different story.
I know. Well, yeah, that's. I mean,
So I am going to unfortunately have to wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
But
I made it just in time then.
You made
All
it
good
in
things
time.
must go
Brahma,
to an
my
end.
friend, I'm really glad you made it, and thanks for coming in, buddy.
Me too. I was Russian.
Russian. You are Russian.
Now, commie.
In Russia, you do not make show. Show makes you.
It's all Putin's fault.
It's all Putin's fault.
I-
Yeah.
Pootie Tang.
I have a
That's what
shirt
me and
from
Danny call him.
1984
Pootie Tang. Yeah.
Putin Tang, yeah.
Oh yeah. In Soviet Russia, YouTube watches you.
Well, I like this one. Walking in Memphis.
Yes,
Just
walking
in
in
Memphis. That was a good one. Yeah.
That's a good one.
No
way.
So before we say our
I thought
goodbyes,
parodies were covered under copyright or whatever. I don't know. Never mind. I'm sorry.
maybe. I'm not so sure. I should have played Amish Paradise then, shouldn't I? But thank you to everybody in the chat tonight. We've had a big crowd. It's really tough to go through everybody, and thanks to everyone that's donated. Thank you to the mods. Eric K, D-Bud Martin, Lord Thoth have all been in there modding away. And forgive me if I missed anybody. You guys turn up every week to mod on this show, and it's I really appreciate that. You know, you could have other things to do, but you choose to be here. Same with everyone else in the chat. You've been absolutely fantastic. Thank you for helping me celebrate this day. We'll come back and do it for my 70th. Touch wood. Touch wood.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
God, think about it. Oh God. But yeah, it's been fun. And for those who were in the chat and couldn't make it onto the stream, great. No problem. No worries. Appreciate you all being here. Lots of stuff on Twitter and saying happy birthday. You're all wonderful. You're all simply marvelous. Marvelous. Simply marvelous.
And as you know, it's better to look marvelous than to feel marvelous.
It is, and I do have to. Well, there's a couple more tips. I have to say. So,
Just tips, people. Just tips.
So this one, and again, my apologies. I can't copy the names over from Streamlabs. It's a bit weird. Won't let me do it. This is from our great friend WG. Ram and I know him very well from our hockey show that we do.
All right.
And he's on lots of other streams. Happy birthday, man. He's donated 67.88. Thank you, WG. You are the man, and we've got to get you on our hockey show.
Happy birthday, WG.
WG's the man.
WG's good people.
WG, appreciate it very much. But that wasn't the only one. There was another one. Slipped in late. Unknown. Slid it in there. Mr. Eric K for 5 Canadian Maple Leafs. Happy birthday. I will answer that burning question for you. You are getting slower. The sheep are not getting faster. all I can say to you is get the flock out of here.
Oh God.
Thanks, Eric, buddy. You're a top man. Appreciate you being here. And thank you, WG. Thank you, everyone who's donated. To my wonderful panel and guests who've come on, thanks for being here for me. You've no idea how much I appreciate it. and you never will because I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, if anyone wants to shout out anything that they've got coming up, put your hand up and you'll get your chance.
It's all about you
Ruben.
tonight, man. Who cares what we got coming up? Happy birthday to you. I know the first stream I did with you was Zardoz. You were gracious enough to let me come on there. I did a meme of Geary in Mr. Sean Connery's
that meme. He looked the part, Geary.
Yes,
didn't
he did. Yes, he did.
But
it's been all upward for me ever since, and I appreciate you giving me a forum, man. Thank you very much, and happy birthday. I hope you have a bunch more.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for being a part of everything I do.
Awesome.
That Zardo stream at that point in time was the most successful live stream I'd ever had. So the canon ones have outdone it since. And next week we are doing the Death Wish movies.
Yes.
Hopefully
Nice.
with
Austin for everyone.
With Tom, Austin, and Razor joining us again. So that should be fun.
Death Wish, the guide to the modern living in 2023.
Indeed. Ruben, my friend, you were going to put your
I
hand
did. I basically, again, I've been through a very rough time, and I'm happy to be here now and celebrating your birthday. It's not about me. Just follow me. Follow everybody here, because everybody here is putting out amazing content. And for the last 2 years, you've been a great friend, a confidant, someone who's listened. And I appreciate you, Brian, what you've done, the music lover like myself. Enjoy your birthday, and know that every day is a celebration of you, of everybody here. We have to celebrate. We don't get to live this day again, ever.
Life is short. I agree.
It is. And that's why if I appear like earnest to live a good life, it's because I've been nearly dead and now I'm ready to live. And we all need to live that way. And we see the chaos outside, but keep loving your heart. And I love you all. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. As I say, you are the most inspirational, positive guy I know, I think, in my life. You're incredible. Thanks.
The only thing I'd want to shout out is the wonderful show tomorrow morning.
Ooh.
Morning Coffee with Brian.
It was great last night.
If I can find it, I'll even put an image of it up.
I don't love mornings, but I do love coffee, and I do love Brian.
You do, but not in the biblical sense. We're not that close.
No.
No.
We didn't
I
begat
know you,
anything.
but not in the biblical sense.
There's no begatting going on here. Well, not yet, anyway.
Come on.
So tomorrow morning, if I can figure out how to use this damn thing. Oh, there we go. Pop Culture Minefield channel. Morning Coffee with Brian. Martin and John will be there with me, and possibly Jason from Sci-Fi from ETV, who's promised to drop in. We're talking about
great
the
photo of you.
It's not bad, is it?
It's a good
Not
photo of
bad
you.
at all, yeah. Grizzled, I would say, grizzled. Tempered.
Matured, well-aged.
So we're talking about the epic science fiction series, Remembrance of Lost Earth, Remembrance of Earth's Past. With the first novel was Three Body. It's Chinese author whose name I always get wrong, so I'm not going to disgrace him by saying it now. Plus the television adaptation, the Chinese TV adaptation, which is available right now of that. I'm watching it right now. Well, not right now because I'm on the stream.
Yeah. I've seen the first episode.
But it's a fantastic series of books if you've never read them. Epic in true galactic scale science fiction, which we don't get much of these days. So.
No.
And according to the title, it's based.
Yeah, it's been
according to
based
your title.
It's probably yes.
I just think
I listened to last week. Go on.
No, you go ahead, Courtney.
I was listening to you last week, and I had no clue what you were talking about, but it was fun to see you do it in your thing, and I was actually learning a little bit.
Yeah.
And listening to your voice. So.
Which show was that, Courtney? Sorry.
The morning coffee last. It was like wasn't it your first
my
one
first
last
one.
week?
The first
I had no
one
idea
did,
what you were talking about. It was a Korean, some Korean film.
Yeah, I
stuff, but,
started off last week talking about some of my favourite Korean movies and TV and actors of the last couple of years, and hopefully a few people picked up on some of those shows. If I've got to recommend one show right now, it's a show called Big Bet. and it's about Koreans in the Philippines owning casinos in the Philippines. It's a drama. I'm not saying it's anything like Breaking Bad in terms of content, but it's that kind of show where you get sucked into the multiple characters and then it goes back to some of the why they're doing what they're doing. It's brilliant. It's got such great actors in it. Some of my favorite Korean actors. Big Bet. It's called Big Bet. It's a lot of fun. If you've ever seen the film Old Boy,
Oh, wow.
not the
Okay.
Western one, the Korean one. The
Right,
guy
the
that's
Korean
the
one,
main guy in that is the main guy in this.
Good. Oh, wow.
Okay.
And Son Soo-koo is the cop that's trying to bring him down, and he's another one of my favorite Korean actors in a film called The Roundup recently with Don Lee. Brilliant action movie, kick-ass action movie. So anyway, diversion. But yeah, if you want to know about this great epic science fiction show, join the show tomorrow.
Read your chat.
Anyway, anyone else want to plug
Choi
something?
Min-sik.
Yeah, I want to say
That's the actor, right? Choi Min-sik.
That's the one.
out there? I'll plug it
Yeah.
in.
Well, there's some cute Chinese girls in it too.
Yeah. I want to plug on 70s.
Clay Thompson said Thomas said something really funny in the chat. That's interesting.
Yeah, he did. I like that.
Big bet and he cannot lie.
He likes big bet and you cannot lie. Yeah, you got to say it to the music. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to sing that because I'm not good at singing. But yeah,
I just think it's neat that on your thumbnail, being a snowbound Canadian, you've got cactuses all over your coffee cup. You dreaming of Arizona or something?
That was bought down in, I think it was in Arizona or New Mexico, that one. Yeah. Excuse me, because I've spent some time there. But
yep.
Well,
Take the
and
Canadian out of Texas.
we're not officially announcing, but me and Brian are in negotiations to maybe do a watch along of the Avs versus the Stars next Saturday at 1:30 Mountain Time. We're not official yet, but we're trying to work it out.
Yeah, I've never done something like that
cool.
before, but we're trying to figure it out, and then we'll do our normal show at
Go for
10
it, baby.
p.m.
Go for it.
Yeah, it's a nationally televised in the U.S. ABC game, so it would be an easy one for people to watch along with us. So
Yeah, and Brahma just wants to
Canada,
do it.
don't know.
Brahma wants to do it because he knows that the Avs are going to hammer the Stars, and I'm going to be embarrassed. So.
You never
Yeah.
know.
That makes it fun.
That's why they play the games. You never know, man.
Chris Mead is here. Good to see you, Chris. Thanks for coming. So anyway, any last final plugs?
Yes, I would like to say something 70s.
Is it better to burn out than to fade away?
Yeah. And I also want to thank you for being our musical archivist on the on this team and stuff, and being over there with us on EMF every week, man. I appreciate that.
No,
I
it's my
love
pleasure,
you,
mate.
brother. So you fit over there with us in both places, and I'm love every time and love coming, especially the Flash. Go see that Flash stream. That Flash Gordon stream was freaking awesome. Go
Yeah, it was.
watch
There was
that
a lot
with
of-
70.
We had a lot of fun, yeah. That's the whole
so-
point. We're trying to have fun here.
Yeah. So I just appreciate you, brother, and I'm glad you're with us.
Oh, no, my pleasure, mate. Thanks for being here. As I say, next week we're going to do Death Wish with hopefully Razor, Tom, and Austin on board again. And then after that, who knows?
Uh-oh.
Lots
Courtney.
of good stuff.
Courtney has something to say.
Yeah, I just wanted to say happy birthday again. And for all of you, I love him the most, just so you know. He's mine. I'm just kidding. He's a wife. No, he's everyone's talks about how he's a good friend. Brian, you really are. Like, you talk to me behind the scenes and messages and stuff, and you've been a huge support for me. So, and you're like one of the first people I met on YouTube through Paul's channel. And I remember you stood out because of your name, because I was like, 70s rock band, this guy's got to be cool. And you were
He's got to be old.
you were nothing like I pictured, like when I first realized, figured out who you were and stuff. And then I saw your vinyl collection, that was it. It was love. So, for your record.
Yeah, well, no, I appreciate that, Lass. It has been a lot of fun, and yeah, we've got lots more great stuff we can talk about, you and me. So, for sure, we've hardly scratched the surface of all the music stuff we can do. So, I'm working on a couple of things, so stay tuned. A couple of shows that are going to be, I think, pretty awesome. So, with some people, but we'll see. I don't want to jinx it, but working on some stuff. So, Because do good shows, good people might want to come on them. So we'll see.
That's it.
Cool. But yeah, once again, thank you everybody for being here. Thanks to the chat. Thanks to the wonderful panel.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. And
I want to say you look exactly the way I imagined.
What you mean,
See,
handsome,
I
debonair?
I imagined him like some long-haired, like I don't know.
I wish. Handsome, debonair, that kind of thing. Yeah.
You need to check Streamlabs one more time.
Oh yeah.
No,
Shit, I do.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Check
do.
it.
Oh, hang
Wow,
on.
toxic man flu. Wow.
So Toxic Man Flu, who did me the honor of not appearing on the stream.
did you?
So thank you, Toxic.
$1 for each year.
has donated $81.46 Canadian. I think that would translate into $60 US in real money. And
Unproper
he said
money.
$1 for each year. Toxic, my brother. Despite the fact you're a Blackhawks fan, I love you to death. So thank you for that, my friend.
What's wrong with the Blackhawks?
Nothing.
They're so good, and they beat the Flyers out of everything years ago, and I'm just still pissed.
Toxic is just the
We're so
best guy in life. What's best in life? It's not driving your enemies before you. It's knowing Toxic Man Flu. So
there you go.
And Mexico again. Thank you to Mike. Mikey was talking to me earlier. Happy birthday, Mexican Iron Man. And this is a neat comment. I was expecting Johnny Rotten, and I got Obi-Wan Kenobi. I would actually be somewhere in between would be nice. Like Obi-Wan Rotten would be good, don't you think?
Obi-Wan Rotten.
Dude, did he be a gray then?
Yeah, but
Obi
more
Rotten
likely,
one.
Nowadays, it's more Obi want to kill myself. Jesus, what we're getting from
I
what we're getting
imagined
from
you
them.
looking like
God.
a young Neil Young or something, like a long-haired Neil Young. I don't know why. That was what I imagined.
I wish, Courtney. I wish, but those days are long gone. Even when I had hair, it wasn't long hair like that. It was like I had the Eric Clapton and cream afro. Like Jeff Lynne. It was like Jeff Lynne, except not as well groomed.
Oh my gosh, I gotta see pictures.
Just gotta let it grow, man.
To be young again.
It was a wig he made from a sheep's wool.
So, thanks again, everybody. I hope you all have a great night. Probably see you in the chat on and yelling later on. Yelling at Park Cars. Where Brahma will be, of course. And otherwise, see you hopefully tomorrow morning for morning coffee with Brian, where we'll talk obscure Chinese science fiction. Which obviously I'm going to mangle every name in that. So
of course.
But till then, keep on rocking. And
you too, man, and happy birthday.
Thank you,
again.
everybody. Thanks.
60 more, man. You're only halfway there.
I know.
Many more.
Living on a prayer. Good night, chat. Good night, panel.
Don't forget to hit that like button too.
Hit the like button, share, subscribe, and I don't know, all that YouTube shit.
Ring the bell.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
Yeah, press a button or something and
do something.
The one
already.
that says
Jesus.
subscribe or whatever. Yeah.
Keep up the good fight and all that good stuff.
Yeah, go.
Keep on rocking.
Keep on
Catch the
rocking.
You can cry if you want to now.
Hence the name
You
of the
don't.
show.
I'll have to say one thing. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
So says the love doctor.
You could stay here, but we
back to my
won't be
bedroom.
here. So that's so hitting the button now. End stream.